Haha, bam, bam, bam. Welcome back to Clock Blockers. It's Nando. Here we are here with the morning show, 9:30, a minute late, but still good to rock. What is up? And good morning, everyone. Unfortunately, Mr. Steven Daniels could not make it today. I am not sure why. Um, I hope everything is okay, boss man Steven. If you are watching this, slash when you do get to watch this, I hope everything's okay. Let's keep Steven in our thoughts just in case. I mean, I hope everything's fine. I assume everything is, but hey, clock blockers, what is up, everyone? I should be joined by Nicky Smokes today. Again, I was not too prepared to be hosting, so I'm hoping Smokes joins me. If not, it will be just me. I've been having a little issues with my internet despite being plugged into Ethernet. So let me know if everyone can hear me, see me correctly, and doing fine. And this nice, awesome morning in South Florida. I was watching a little bit of World Cup soccer. Got to see the morning, the absolute upset as Saudi Arabia defeated Argentina 2-1. Totally wild finish there. Argentina was up 1-0 due to a penalty scored by Messi, and then everything else went to nothing. Offside after offside, eliminated goal after goal, and then it got ugly. Not Iran, Saudi Arabia tied 1-1, and then actually brought it up to a 2-1. Great game by them. A little bit of a scary incident at the end. It looked like there was a player got literally kneed to the nose, to the head, and the Saudi Arabian player went down. It did extend the time from 8 extra minutes to about 15 extra minutes in the second half, but Argentina still could not convert, and unfortunately, they lost 2-1. A very, very sour start to Messi's World Cup. Denmark and Tunisia are currently 0-0. It's a nice day for the World Cup in soccer. I woke up at 5 in the freaking morning for that Argentina game. And now we're good to rock still, everyone. What is up? Good morning, Mr. Lewis. Good morning, Bob Young as well. We're good to go right now. Mr. Colin LaRoche, thanks for tuning in. Justin Vanderberg, thanks for stopping by. Liam and Diggs, hello. Good morning. We're good over here. Just trying to buy a little bit of time while everybody get good locked in. Everything's looking good. Audio is great. Thank you for the check-in. I just get the little notification in the corner that sometimes my internet's not stable and whatnot, which makes no sense because I have Ethernet, but whatever. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure all the quality is good since I've got a lot riding on my shoulders as the host today of the show. We will be going to 12 o'clock, everyone. I'll be dropping up some little World Cup knowledge here and there, but of course, we're talking about Dolphins versus Texans today. I believe I'm being joined by Smoke, so I'm going to hold off. But if by 10 o'clock we're not a rocking, I'll probably start opening up the panel because it's been a while, everyone. And thank you for tuning in with me right now. Soccer is real. I thought it was only a myth like the Jets being good. Well, then it could be a myth, my friend, because the Jets have shown us that they are struggling to find their offensive identity. Breece Hall went down, and this whole team kind of went down as well with it. The Jets have dropped game after game, and that 3-10 loss versus the Patriots was anything but inspiring. I think it's clear to everyone, including Jets fans, that Zach Wilson is not the answer right now, if he was ever the answer. Poor Zach. He really did fool the Jets in drafting him second overall, and that comes with a bunch of expectations, but he's clearly not up to the task right now. And the Jets are going to be struggling. It's going to be a nice time in the AFC East, and it's why the Miami Dolphins at 7-3 are positioned to be 7-3 and further and continue this number one spot in the division for a while to come. We're good to go. My World Cup favorite. It's interesting, Philip. Obviously we're rooting for USA to win. Little Pulisic out there with the assist yesterday was pretty cool, and Timothy Way with the goal, but a 1-1 tie versus Wales is not pretty. So on to real contenders, I would say. I mean, talk about real contenders. I genuinely had Argentina as one of my favorites to win this World Cup. They have a phenomenal offense. And at first, it seemed like I was being proven right. I was like, hey, look, they should be up like 4-0 right now. There's just been 3 offside goals back to back to back. But then they just turned off. I don't know if they got overconfident. I don't know if they just they just weren't clicking. And you lose 2-1 to Saudi Arabia, and you're no longer a World Cup contender in my head, honestly. And they've got to do a lot to be able to show that. I want to see how France plays. They're dealing with a little bit of injuries themselves. Down Karim Benzema, down Christian Nkunku. That's deficit for your attack and your offense, respectively. But they've got a great talent pool to be choosing from. So that's still a team that's looking to back-to-back little champs right there. Germany and Brazil are always contenders, always powerhouses as well. Spain might make some noise. I don't think they have a real enough attack to keep up with these juggernauts like Brazil and like Germany, but we'll see. I think it's gonna be an interesting World Cup. There should be some room for some nice noise. I don't think England's a real contender too, because I really do think USA is going to beat them on Friday, but that's a whole nother story, baby. We're good to rock. Angry Dolphin, Fins up, Nando talk, and Fins fam. Yes, everyone. I'm just doing a little World Cup chat, just trying to let the chat come in, just trying to let everybody come in and talk and talk and talk and get good to go. Shout out to the members club and to the Fin Laws. And yes, Chef Jew, the OG, always knows and always reminds us to subscribe, like, and share. It helps the channel grow. We are almost to 10,000 subscribers. And please, what a wonderful gift it would be to Mr. Steven if he were to wake up and see, wow, they got to 10,000 without me? Yes, because we're awesome. And this is a show by the fans for the fans. So, hey, if you guys want to share a little bit and get us to more fans, it's always greatly appreciated and greatly loved. Your seat is waiting for you. And in my best Steven impersonation, join the family. I'll give myself a 5.7 out of 10 on the Steven scale, but we're working on it. We're improving, you know. Chef Jew, big salute, and the Triple S podcast. Thanks for tuning in right now. Hopefully everything's doing fine and dandy in your corner of the world. But boom, good morning, peeps, and slap that like button. Yes, if while you're coming in, I know I'm not as cute as Steven. I don't have the presence. I don't have the same energy, the same but it's little old me, little old Nando. Hopefully we're starting to become friends. And if we haven't met each other yet, then hello and nice to meet you. I'm Nando. I run Nando Talk. You can catch me on Mondays, 7 to 8 p.m. here and 2 to 3 p.m. for the lunchtime rewind on the Miami Sports Podcast Network. Do a great time. Awesome opportunity by Steven, and I am filling in for him right now. So it should be fun time this nice, beautiful Tuesday morning. Hopefully we'll open up the panel probably by 10 o'clock if I don't have my co-host join me. If I do, we'll talk for a little bit and then open it up. But if not, I'll have you beautiful people start coming up with me one at a time, maybe two at a time. I'm a little as fun as humorous as I like to make myself appear to be. I am a tad shy, guys. So more than two people's a lot for me to handle. But hey, whatever the people want, and we'll provide. We'll have a fun time, man. I'll start with some World Cup stuff, or I'll start with some little morning questions as we get closer to that 10 a.m. mark and as we start seeing what kind of show this is really going to be. But Portugal winning the World Cup and Cristiano will outperform Messi. Hey, it's looking like it so far, honestly. Besides that penalty, Messi didn't do much in that Saudi Arabia game. And Cristiano Ronaldo, the same reason why I wanted Argentina to win a World Cup was for that Messi little farewell tour. And if Cristiano Ronaldo can win one, that'd be awesome too as a legend of the sport. More of a Messi guy. I am a Barca fan over Madrid, but at the end of the day, Ronaldo's a titan in his own right, and he deserves a World Cup. Oh, wow. Word of mouth. You lost your grandfather today. I'm sorry for your loss. Everyone that's reading this, go to your parents and grandparents and tell them you love them. I've got my great grandma in the other room. Now you're making me want to hug her a little tighter. I am hoping my condolences, sorry for your loss. And I hope you have I'm a little lost for words for now. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not always the prettiest timing, and I hope everything's fine with you and your family. And God bless. God bless. Word of mouth. Sorry to hear that. Fins fans, let's get a nice little salute for word of mouth. That's always a tough one, man. Sorry if I'm in more of a joking mood. I'm gonna try to reactivate that a little bit. But condolences for your loss, of course. Is this Miami sports music or Telemundo? Well, Telemundo is where I was watching the Argentina game. It was very interesting. It was on Fox Sports, but I'm not much of a English commentator kind of guy. I did that mistake for the Qatar Ecuador game and immediately shied away when the commentator tried to tell me that Ecuador was a South American powerhouse. As a Peruvian, took quite offense to that, as I know that Ecuador is not that good of a team. They're good. They got some great conditioning, great offense, but South American powerhouse, please miss me with that. Okay. Um, Good morning, fam. Trucker Sean, of course. We're here to go right now. And of course, word of mouth. If you need anything, hey, feel free. We're here for you. Dolphins family. I always like this at the I'm a little young, so bear with me. Football is family, especially in the Dolphins community, especially when it's the happy times, we all like to band together. We all like to enjoy and soak in the moment. But when it's the tough times as well, we are a community, we are a family. And whether it's Miami sports music, whether it's the Miami Dolphins, wherever it is you celebrate your Dolphins fandom, there are definitely people there for you. And word of mouth again, sorry for your loss, man. If you need anything, we're all here for you. We're good. There's loss of life, and there's also celebration of life as well. Kane Sheet, your baby girl, was born last night, and she's already the biggest Dolphins fan. Let's go. It is the circle of life, the cycle. It's kind of a bitch, bro. Sorry, Steven, for the curse, but hey, Kane's Heat, congratulations on your baby girl. Share the name if you'd like to. That's a pretty awesome feat, and I hope she does become the greatest, biggest Dolphins fan, Heat fan, Canes fan, whatever you'd like her to be. Allow her to keep growing, showing, and flowing, and we'll be good to go. Already a Miami Dolphins fans, already a nice start in the right direction for her. So, bang, orang, congratulations on the birth of your daughter. But as Larry says, of course, sorry for your lost word. Dang. Oof. Haley Rose. Well, congratulations to Haley Rose for being the newest Miami Dolphin fan that I know of, at the very least. Here's to many more Dolphins fans, year celebration to come. And what a time to come into the world and be a Miami Dolphins fan. Wouldn't we all? I mean, I was about to say, wouldn't we all have liked to be Miami Dolphins fans at this success and time? But I know that many of us have experienced the glories of the 70s, of that perfect 72 run, have experienced the fun times, the high flying action, the high powered noise of a Dan Marino led offense. And it is now time for this group of Dolphins fans, this generation, if you will, to enjoy the Dolphins at 7-3 with this extremely powerful attack. Jeff Wilson, it's becoming one of my favorite Miami Dolphins players. He's going to go on the wall soon, honestly. Another 100-yard performance, and I'm going to see Jeff Wilson finally replace the Tannehill jersey. Didn't turn out to be Big Mike Gesicki because he's nowhere near the 1,000-yard season, because it is going to be a white throwback jersey. Does not look like it's going to be Brandon Jones, because I still want him on the wall, but he tore his ACL, so I've got to see how that knee heals up and all whatnot. It's a business decision. Brandon Jones, you're still one of my favorite players in my IDP Dynasty League team. I still own you, bro. But the jersey's expensive, man. So I've got to see, and I've got to hope everything checks out, But we're good to go right now. I would maybe, a Jeff Wilson 23 jersey would look absolutely choice right there. And my man is completely activated this run game. At a time when it looked like Raheem Mostert was literally running away with the starting job, no pun intended, the Dolphins traded away Chase Edmond in that deal for Bradley Chubb, which was awesome in itself. But it left us wondering what was going to be of the Miami Dolphins running back room. Well, look no further than Jeff Wilson, acquired for a first-round pick. Perfect little plug and play for the Miami Dolphins. Thank you, Chris Greer, for getting Mike McDaniel a new toy to play with, a toy that he knows his strengths and weaknesses perfectly to a T, knows how to fit him in his offense, and Jeff himself knows how to run the scheme. A little added bonus is that Jeff and Raheem Mostert definitely play nice together. They know how to work together and be teammates because they've done it in San Francisco. Doesn't really jumble up the locker room in that sense. It's just a buddy returning to play with another buddy. And the success on the field has been very apparent since the beginning. Jeff Wilson has just asked to shoulder the load, and lo and behold, he's done it. He's ripping off the yards, ripping off the big plays, just added a very needed stability to this team. A team that was lacking a strong run game before for years, honestly, is now getting a nice calming presence in Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert. Bang. Good luck this year. Hey, a little birdie told me that the Miami Dolphins have not lost a single football game since Haley Rose was born. So, the definition of a good luck charm. Upset special, Lions 31, Bills 27. Well, after that big win, Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell were doing their little rah-rah speech afterwards, and Dan Campbell said that the next win is coming this week. And hey, what better time than Thanksgiving? Lions versus Bill, upset special. You know me, my haterade is going to be filled up to the brim. That's why there's some room in the water bottle. I need more room for the haterade. And looking at the Bills and the Patriots losing on Thanksgiving, what more can I be thankful for, you know? The birth of Cartier Tunsil. Wow. Sean Tunsil, beautiful name, beautiful child, beautiful Dolphins fan. Cartier Tunsil, another good luck charm. Replace that Tannehill jersey with the Zach Thomas jersey, Nando. So I 1,000% should get a throwback player to add to the bunch. Respect is we're given always, of course. I'm staring right now at Dan the man. I've got a little Dan Marino autograph, little photograph hanging in the corner of my room, along with my other little beer can collection that I like to play around with, which maybe I'll show later. But for right now, when it comes to throwback jerseys, though, if anyone I'm going to get, it's going to be Larry Sonk. I've wanted one forever. I've just that hard mouth runner, you know. And he went to Syracuse, which for me is pretty cool. And screw you, Christian McCaffrey. Larry Sonka is the greatest white running back of all time. It's damn for sure not Peyton Hillis. For King Tons' return Sunday, and the stadium needs to give him a standing O for all he did for us. Adam E., welcome to the show, man. Hope everything's looking good in upstate New York. But I agree. You know, I hope you're enjoying the World Cup too, Adam. I saw we were having a little bit of debate yesterday on the game. But yeah, I myself and my buddies, of course, we will be standing and applauding Laramie Tunsil for all his service and dedication for the Miami Dolphins, despite being traded off the team. Because we all know that trade was absolutely beautiful for this team and acquiring players on picks. Granted, some of them turned into guys like, I think the Noah Benogny pick was from that Texans trade, or it was the Minkah Fitzpatrick trade. Point being, I know not all of our first rounders turned into gems, guys. At least not right away. But Laramie Tunsil still provided us a whole lot more than he gave us. This trading away was an absolutely fantastic fan move. If someone wants to put the exact details of that trade, because I always forget, all I know is that we turned draft picks into stars, and I love that. Thank you, Mr. Laramie. Thank you to Bill O'Brien and the Houston Texans of that year for being absolutely incompetent, and we love to hear it. Mr. Von Joe, what is up, man? Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of World Cup. I'm trying to follow this Tunisia-England game, although I believe it's going to end 0-0. Yep, it's the 90th minute with one extra added minute. The first time I've only seen 1 minute. Most of these World Cup games have had 7 to 8 minutes due to injuries and sloppy play. But Denmark-Tunisia looks like it was stayed true to being a boring game. There is a fun game later, Mexico versus Poland, you know, if you want to check that out. I will probably be rooting for Poland a little bit as well. I did get to go to the beautiful country in 2016 for 10 days, stayed in Krakow, and I like a Poland, you know, so it means beating Mexico. Let's do it, baby. Robert Lewandowski, I got to see this man in every single advertisement you can imagine. Do you think Tom Brady and Peyton Manning at their time were getting a lot of love, a lot of starlight? You think Aaron Rodgers? No. Robert Lewandowski, you walked outside. My man was modeling clothes. He was modeling Dove. He was advertising food, phones, obviously soccer. Like, this man covered it all. He was at the time in Borussia Dortmund. Now he's on Barcelona. Like, I still think he probably gets more money from ad revenue from Poland. Being a soccer star of a country like that must be insane. Like, you're the best player. Like, Cristiano Ronaldo dominates marketing. Messi dominates South American marketing. Little stuff like that. Like, so much money to be made. Such a fun time. Actually, there's Sonka at fullback, not a running back. You got to shout out your players, at least know their position. Dude, the fullback, running back, whatever, bro. Like, it's The fullback position has evolved, man. If you were to call Larry Sonko as a fullback of today's age and day, you're just talking about a guy who blocks and runs a little bit, man. He was an old school fullback, of course, bro. But in my eyes, a pure runner, bro. Like it was a time when you let your running back and your fullback actually run and hit it, bro. Like Larry Sonko at Syracuse was chugging along, bro. And the line of great running backs when you had my guys, Jim Brown, then Ernie Davis, then you had Taylor. And then you had Larry Sonka right after. Like Syracuse had great runners, bro. So to me, Sonka's going to be a back that runs, bro. Fullback's just a fancy word for blocker now, man. But I'm young. You could see the age. I'm 24, bro. That was clearly a little youthful moment for me. So, yes, Larry Sonka's a fullback. Old school fullback. Mexico opponent is going to be amazing, and Lewandowski's in an amazing form. I agree, man. I'm going to have to catch the second half of that game. This show is ending exactly at 12 o'clock, guys, so I can watch that second half. And because that's probably as long as I have in me right now, 3.5 hours solo is no easy feat because it's looking like I will not have my friend any smokes on. No worries, Smokes. I just saw your tweet. It's all good, bro. It looks like it's just me and you, so I don't blame you, man. We're good to go. I hope I'm doing well so far, guys. Soccer isn't real, like birds. Hey, man, level 2 noob. I saw a little pigeons fornicating the other day, and then a couple weeks later, I have some baby birds outside my house. So birds might be real. Okay, the jury is still not out on them being. Oh, Adam Sadowski with the shout out to Robert Lewandowski. The Dowski family's in today. We're good to go. Boom, boom, boom. YouTube 25 fingers elsewhere. LOL. Let's go, Miami Dolphins. Sup, Nando. More boring USA versus Whale or Jets versus Pats? I'm not sure. USA versus Wales definitely more interesting than Pats versus Jets, mainly because I'm not a Jets or a Pats fan. And there's just something cheering for international sports, man. Just the pride of your country, just getting to see the boys representing you on the biggest stage is absolutely awesome. Let's go, U.S. men's national team. Get a dub, okay? Get some wins. Get the people excited and involved in this, man. I played in Germany in 06 when the World Cup was going on over there. Absolutely epic. So much fun. Played for the USA Selects team. Adam, that's sick. From your profile, I think you're a goalie. If you are, being a keeper is one of the hardest positions I can ever imagine in any sports. But in soccer, that goal is freaking massive, man. So, what a beast. Playing in Germany must have been sick. Am I a Star Wars fan? I am a massive, massive Star Wars fan, Caesar. You give me the original trilogy, the more 2000s trilogy, and then the newest trilogy. I'll cover it all. You give me the Clone Wars. You give me everything. I've even read books. I'm a great lector myself. Actually, guys, look at that. We've got the books. That's only literally, I have 2 more bookshelves in the garage, but those are just some of the books I've got. That's where the Dan Marino statue is as well. And we're good to go, guys. I love books. Love Star Wars. Love Dan Marino. Larry Sonka was the white Jerome Bettis. Oh, I agree, man. And there is a lot of great love as well. Was one of my favorite things when I was at Syracuse. I was only there for a year. All of my freshman year, every time I said I was a Dolphins fan, a lot of the people who work at Syracuse is a college town. So a lot of the people who work by obviously went to Syracuse at a time. When I said I was a Dolphins fan, they would light up and they're like, Larry Sonka's a freaking monster. It was so fun watching him play back in the day. And I believe it. There was literally people who watched Larry run it up in person. And that was awesome. Marshall Street's an awesome street on Syracuse. A lot of great memories, a lot of great history there. Marvel over Star Wars. Interesting take, in my opinion. Marvel does have the comics, bro. It's now kind of produced by the same thing. It's actually if I'm allowed to nerd out for a second. For example, I've got this little Marvel Star Wars comic book, bro. So it's pretty funny you say that. Marvel and Star Wars are now the same brand, bro. So it's Marvel's equals Star Wars now. I'll still take Star Wars over superheroes That's just me. I've always been more into space than I have been superheroes and whatnot. But hey, I'll always love me some good Marvel movies, man. Those are always a good fun time, bro. But and no, this hasn't been opened. I'm a geek, bro. I'm a little dork. We're good to rock. Laramie is the Texans team captain now, so we have our chance to give him that great appreciation claps. Oh yeah, man. I hope we highlight him. I hope we go and welcome home, Laramie Tunsil, captain of the Houston Texans, the one away player that I will actually give a shout out and a warm welcome to. Gain another level of respect. Hey man, I appreciate that, bro. You know, always got to show the little Star Wars vibes, man. Always a fun time, bro. Hmm. It kind of technically would due to age and who came first, you know. But Jerome Bettis is an absolute monster, bro. That's hey, pretty good ranking right there. A little Marvel or DC Noob's got DC over Marvel. I guess historically, when I was younger, I used to be much more into superheroes, and since growing up, I was a big Superman and a Batman kid, particularly because that's really what gets to Peru as well. I have to say, historically, I was more of a DC fan, but obviously now I watch a lot more Marvel movies, so it's a bit of a push for me, you know. Great political answer, Nando. Am I an Artemis nerd like yourself? Hmm, I don't believe so. What does that entailed? Like Artemis in Star Wars? Or like, are we talking Greek mythology? Dun 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 dun. Dudfin's talking about cartoons over football. What a surprise. Well, tuna needs tampons, my friend. Funny name, of course. Love how you got to talk about other players rather than your own. Love how you got to be on this channel rather than Bill's channel. But my friend, of course I'm talking about cartoons. Of course I'm talking about the World Cup. Because the Miami Dolphins just came out of a bye week. We're 7-3. And unlike the Bills, we actually handedly took care of the Cleveland Browns. We didn't leave any ifs, ands, or buts about it on the field. We didn't leave any questions. The Miami Dolphins took care of business and demolished the Cleveland Browns. We mitigated Nick Chubb. Not like the Buffalo Billy boys who had to cry about the sun, cry about the snow, and still struggled with Cleveland. And now, how you feeling about that defense, my friend? It's not looking too pretty. And it's not a Super Bowl caliber defense, and the Buffalo Bills are rightfully at third place. And I'm going to repeat what all the Buffalo Bills fans told me but a couple weeks ago back. You're in third place. Talk to me when you're in first. So, bye-bye. Give Jason Sanders his bus ticket out of town. My friend, I hope that Jason Sanders has practice over this little weekend. Kick 1,000 balls a day, whatever it is. I do. Obviously, I got to be a little bit mental more. I hope he's, meditated, cleaned his mind out right, went to the spa, went to the beach, got with the family, whatever it needs to do, whatever must be done. Jason, I hope your mind is right and you are back ready to kick a bunch of field goals against the Texans. Extra points, of course. But hey, those will surely get your mind right, and hopefully we'll see them going down the money, 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 money. Oh, Artemis is this NASA space project. Okay, I get what you're. Yeah, sorry, bro. I was so into like comics and Star Wars. I was just thinking so fantastical. Of course, yes. Space program get us to the moon is pretty cool, man. I did mean more of a Star Wars space. I should have been a little bit more clarified, but obviously, space is the great frontier, man. Getting to the moon is awesome. Young Nando did want to be an astronaut. I was about 6 years old when I wanted to be an astronaut until someone at my little desk clump just looked up at me and said, "What if you get hit by an asteroid and your ship gets destroyed or you get flung into space and you just die up there?" And I let go of my pencil, grabbed an eraser, crossed it out, and said, "I want to be a fireman." And then that same kid said, well, what if the house collapses on you and you catch on fire? So that's what Nando said. I'm going to be a lawyer, and chose the most boring, safe job I could think of. Years later, I've realized I want to have fun. So that is when we have decided to not be a lawyer. But hey, it's all good, man. We're good to rock right now, and we're good. Space is always a fun time. 25th ranked defense is better. The Dolphins beat the Bills. We're first place or third place. That's all I'm going to entertain about that discussion, baby. Bada bing, bada bang, bada bing, bada bang. Or even if you're second, all I know is you're not first, bro. Sorry if I don't follow the Buffalo Bills standings. Okay, my friend. 7-win team, eliteness. First. We're not 0-2 in the division like the Buffalo Billy Boys. Hit that like button. Share, like, subscribe, share, donate to as well. Mr. Steven Daniels would love a little donation here and there. I know he'd light his face up to see that little pop, pop, pop. Nando, just trying to help you fill 3 hours. Oh, I agree, Scotty. We're good to go, man. This is going to be a team effort, everyone. When Steven let me know last night that he might not be able to make it, I was a little worried. I had a little bit of prepped up, but a lot of it is going to be Dolphins and World Cup stuff, and a lot of it is going to be contingent on my friend Nicky Smokes joining. He said he needed about 15 minutes, so hopefully we are getting ready on that part. I'm going to message him again right now. No worries, man. Bangarang. Tut. Dolphins go 0-4 out of the bye. That's just a pretty ridiculous hypothetical to believe we're going to lose to the Houston Texans. We're not the Buffalo Bills, okay? We don't struggle against mediocre teams. How funny was it watching the Buffalo Bills just get absolutely worked by Cleveland at first, you know? Oh well. Sorry, Buffalo. Space junk like ocean trash, another way to destroy the planet. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I wish there was a better way to travel to space, a little clean it up. Obviously, a part of me thought that space travel when I was a kid was going to be like Star Wars, that I could go into a little X-wing and flit around the world. But no, it turns out we need a lot more rocket, a lot more gas, and a lot more junk laying around. But hopefully, we'll get more efficient on that. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid. Also, stood on the beach and watched Apollo 14 and stood on the beach and watched Apollo 14 lift off. That's sick and legendary. I've always wanted to watch a ship take off in person. I wouldn't fit in a space capsule. Finn Daddy, Dougie B, I've got to imagine that you've got to be massive then. So hey, I'm 6 foot. I probably wouldn't really fit too well in a cockpit or in a little space capsule, but I'm sure they're big enough for me. Well, I've got to assume you got to be a lot taller. Any Dolphin updates on Dolphins injuries? Unfortunately, there has been nothing on Byron Jones. He's still not ready to practice, and it is still infuriating. Man, it's absolutely terrible. I thought that after the bye week, we'd get a little bit more clarity, at least a little bit more of a glimmer of hope, whether Byron Jones is going to be set to return, but it doesn't seem to be the case. I don't know if we're going to shut him down. I know what it's to do. We're obviously playing a little bit of cap. Um, Again, I'm not a cap wizard, but I believe if we place him on season-ending IR, it does affect our cap space in some form or another. So I assume that's what they're playing with. But more and more every day, I'm convinced that we will not be getting Byron Jones back, which is a shame. I'm glad we had the bye week to help some of our vets rest up, particularly guys like Tron Armstead and especially Xavier Howard, who, according to Sam Madison, has been healthy the last couple of weeks, but given his performance, I want to give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, say he's not fully 100%, but if he is, if anything, it'll just be just like Jason Sanders, giving him a chance to get his mind right and ready to rock. But Messi lost to Saudi Arabia today. Exactly. No, that's ridiculous in itself in its own right, man. Like I'll try to put it into football terms. This is like, this would be like the Miami Dolphins going out there and having lost to Cleveland. Honestly, no. Oof. This would be like if the undefeated Eagles went out there and lost to the Texans. I don't know. Something ridiculous like that. I'm trying to put it into terms. But for all intents and purposes, Argentina should have smacked around in Saudi Arabia, and they weren't dominant at all. If anything, they got dominated. They played the Saudi Arabian game and they lost it. It's okay. I watched Challenger blow up on school on live TV. Hella sucks. Yeah, that's the other part of it. The dangers of that, something like that. Watching the Challenger go down must have been terrifying, honestly, and furthers my case as to why I did not become an astronaut. Good career decision at a young age, considering I'm terrible at math and science is not much better for me. So hope Joey Bosa is ready to go against the DOLPHINS. Tuna has slid past all the premier pass rushers with the exception of Myles Garrett due to injury. And what happened with Myles Garrett? Oh, Aiden Hutchinson was on the field, by the way. Phenomenal young pass rusher. What happened to Myles Garrett, though? Oh, yeah, he did touch Tua. After the game, he dapped him up. It was a pretty cool picture. Besides that, pretty clean jersey for my man Tua, man, bro, because even though the Dolphins don't have the best offensive line in the world, it's been good enough recently. Good enough to at least give Tua a little bit of pocket to move up around and play around with and have some fun, man. Like, the Dolphins are tearing it up, firing all cylinders right now. The Bears sent the house after us. We've survived the Lions, the Bears, the Browns, just pass rushing after us. What? Now I'm going to have to contend with Joey Bosa. Teron Armstead's going to lock him up. That's all I know. Bang orang. I want Byron to move to IR. No way McDaniel can trust him on the field at this point. So someone would have to clarify it. I think that if we move it to IR, it's something we've got to. It's going to affect our cap space a little bit harder or something, or I think we're trying to avoid something by putting him in an IR. I don't know. I think it's more than just obviously you want Byron Jones healthy so he can contribute to the team, but I think it's a little bit more financial tied as well. It's going to be a little annoying. We are the dark horse of the NFL. Dolphins fans forever. I agree, man. It's funny that even though the Dolphins have had more success and we keep doing better and we keep improving, we're still getting hated on. We're still not getting that love, and at some point I'm okay with it. Keep that chip on your shoulder. Keep that negativity will feed us at some point. I am a guy who loves positivity and positive vibes, but negative outside noise will do good for the team. Give them a little extra bulletin board material, a little bit extra motivation to keep rocking. Mindset Chill, thanks for tuning in right now. Finn's morning, a good morning. We're good to rock. Lions, really worst defense in the league. Well, you talked about pure pass rusher, my friend, and Aiden Hutchinson is a beast of a pass rusher. So that was your argument. I'd love to see you keep the same energy when the Detroit Lions beat the Buffalo Bills, but hey, hard to believe they are worse than the DOLPHINS' 25th ranked defense. Dude, we beat the Buffalo Bills with this shoddy defense. On 90 plays, the Buffalo Bills completely healthy on their offense, and you still couldn't outscore the Miami Dolphins. So it's always nice seeing a little Buffalo Bills fan who wants to talk smack, but they still haven't even won a division game, and we're in week 12, man. You lost to the Dolphins. You lost to the Jets. Oops. Scotty Raphael, me too. I remember the teacher jumped up to turn it off. Then school was canceled. The entire school was in auditorium watching. Yeah, no, watching the calendar go down like that. Can't even imagine. Wow. The fact that was on live TV is that's terrible. We had one of those old wood TVs with only a couple channels. Wow. Back in the days. 24 guys. So I did have a box TV growing up until I was about 10, 11, I believe. I had 16 channels, and what a wondrous 16 channels they were. A lot more simple times. If the 25th ranked defense beat the Bills, how bad does that make them? Exactly, bro. And the Bills can come at me with excuses for every single thing on that Buffalo Bills game. The sun. Oh, injuries, cramping. Oh, no. But your offense was fully healthy. And against that 25th ranked defense, 90 plays, Josh Allen couldn't score more than 17 points. We gifted you boys a free safety, and they still couldn't use that to win the game. Pish posh. Bills beat themselves. We literally had a butt punt. We had a safety and gave the ball back to Buffalo. And Josh Allen couldn't score. He couldn't win the game because the Dolphins beat him. You idiot. Like it's just that's just a stupid little narrative, bro. Josh Allen lost. Something to massively be proud of is beating the Buffalo Bills no matter what happens. Yeah, buddy. We beat the Buffalo Bills. He had 186 yards in 30 plays? Josh Allen literally had triple his time on the field and still lost. He still scored less. Duh. Can't believe we're talking about a week 3 win, bro. Like I'm on week 12 mode right now, baby. I'm on 7-3. I don't have time to think about the Buffalo Bills, who I already beat. Okay. And I don't have to think about for the next 2-3 weeks. And might not even have to think about them at that point if we keep winning and they keep faltering. And if they lose to Detroit, worry about the lines before you worry about the Miami Dolphins, baby. You should be trolling a little lines channel. Remember Spud McKenzie? My teacher was owner of Dog. Damn, that's lit. What the heck? Bills are trash. We're going 14-3 in Super Bowl. Corey Walker, nothing would please me more than to see the Miami Dolphins win out for the rest of the season, continue to prove the doubters, make them go quieter and quieter. I think if we win out, we would solidify an MVP for Tua, Offensive Player of the Year for Tyreek Hill, Coach of the Year for Mike McDaniel, maybe a little GM of the Year for Chris Greer. But what a time to be alive. Multiple Pro Bowls for the Miami Dolphins, but it's also just a damn shame because Super Bowl teams don't play in the Pro Bowl, man. Unfortunate. Dolphins are without the most clueless fan base in the NFL. I love that the Buffalo Bills continue to get riled up over the fact that they've had a couple regular season wins over the last year. Still have not made a Super Bowl, still have not won a Super Bowl, still have a terrible Super Bowl record. Those little 4 losses in a row got to weigh heavy on the soul. And so I think it's hilarious when Buffalo Bills fans laugh and chirp at Dolphins fans. You guys haven't won anything yet. You're only 7-3. It's just the regular season. Hope you liked your little midseason Super Bowl beating the Bills. I mean, hey, it's got to be better than no Super Bowls. That's all I know, baby. Good to rock right now. Let's go Miami Dolphins. Raphael, thanks for tuning in right now. Man. Josh Allen can't hit the side of a barn. Right now, he can't. He's having a little issues. I love how all of Miami's wins are the other team losing and our losses are completely Miami being trash. Just hilarious. Scotty, isn't it? Those are narratives that someone can spew out like week 1 or 2 when it's like, okay, there's not enough of a sample size to see if a team is legit or not. But when we're this deep into the season, when we're 7-3, and when I just had to spend the bye week watching a bunch of mediocre teams just play mediocre football, boring offenses. I'm literally yawning just thinking about it. Boring offenses. Boring. No Tyreek Hill, no Jalen Waddle lighting up the world, no Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert running it down people's throats. Boring. No MVP candidate into a. Only MVP candidate I saw this past weekend, Patty Mahomes. He beat the Chargers, and I wanted the Chiefs to lose. I needed the Chiefs to win it. I needed the Chiefs to lose, wanted the Chargers to win, and of course, the one time rely on Herbert. They suck. So again, I think it's hilarious that it's all the other teams losing and Miami's just trash. Yet you look at this past weekend of football, and I just saw so much garbage football and so much nice, fun Miami Dolphins times. Legoland lit met Chris Paul at Park 2017. Legoland is an absolute wonderful place, bro. I was a huge Lego guy growing up as well, you know. Talk about Lego Star Wars, baby. Collision of two worlds, absolute joy. But Legoland, if you have children, if you yourself loved Legos, definitely check it out, man. It's a fun place to walk through. They've got awesome art, honestly, if you look at it that way. Massive Lego sculptures. Definitely a great time, man. Bada bing, bada bam. We took my little cousin from Peru recently. He came to visit. We drove up. Wow. Oh, wow. Legoland, a fun time. Back from work, Dolphin Down. Thanks for tuning in right now. We're good to go. And we are a rockin'. Buffalo equals Jim Kelly. LOL. Jim Kelly 0-4, baby. Love how Bills D is the best. Unless they lose, then it becomes a practice squad. Exactly. Vader's daddy, I think it's funny. You gotta love it when there's and the Dolphins fans, obviously, we have been guilty of this in the past, but I always got to love when we see a team go, oh, hey, man, my team is amazing when we win, but when we lose, oh, we suck. Yada, 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 yada. There's this hole and that hole, but don't worry, we're still better than you, even the fact that I just trashed my team. Come on, little tuna boy. Bada bing, bada bam. The dude is mad because Josh Allen is regressing to a progressing. Hey, I mean, obviously Josh Allen is not regressing. He just hit a little bit of a rough patch, but one guy's an interception leader and one guy is just straight playing clean football, not turning over the ball over. I love the fact that his little nickname before the season was Tua turned the ball over. And over the last 4 weeks, 4 straight wins, 10 straight touchdowns, 1,200 yards, no turnovers. Ooh, bada bing, bada bam. Ah, ooh, da ding, da damn. We've got another legend joining and popping around because I have been holding the shoulders, holding it tight. But we now have got a little bit of assistance, a little of a little bit of relief. Why I can't even talk. But my man, the myth, the legend. Follow him on Twitter, follow him on YouTube to excite you, to fill your energy in the veins. It's my man, Nicky Smokes. Thanks for tuning in, boss. What is up,
What's
bro?
up, buddy? Sorry for the delay. It only took till 10 o'clock to get the link.
Hey, no worries, bro. My bad on
We're
that.
here.
On that delay. I know it's been a little bit of a hectic morning. I didn't expect it was just to be me and you to, for the morning show, but hey, we're troopers, man. Digging the hat, digging the vibes. It's a little Tuesday action, bro. And how you doing, bro?
Doing great. Can't complain. Life's good. Dolphins, first place AFC East, 7-3. Possibly the best quarterback in the league. I don't know. It's just life's good. World Cup's been pretty good.
You a
USA
soccer
kind
guy?
of choked it. I like soccer. I don't love it, but
Oh,
I like the
yeah,
World Cup.
yeah. The World Cup's a different beast, bro. I think it's everyone should definitely get at least a little bit of World Cup action, man. I was up at 5 a.m. so I could watch the little Argentina game, man. So it's
Trash. Them
yeah,
boys trash.
the boys trash, honestly, man. Like they lost 2-1 to Saudi Arabia is almost worth seeing it. I got to see the sunrise in the background, but seeing Messi lose was pretty funny, honestly, man.
Oh, you're not a Messi guy.
Oh, I am. I am a big Messi guy, bro. But it was to me, it was I even said I wanted Messi to win the World Cup, bro. But I also don't like the
That ain't
Argentinian
happening.
cockiness. Yeah, so I don't like the Argentina cockiness, man. So to see them get knocked down a peg so fast, so early, and so now I know I don't have to worry about Argentina leading me on, and I know that they're just not a contender in my eyes, bro. They lost to Saudi Arabia.
Trash. It is
Did
what
you
it
do any
is.
betting on it, or
The only bet I have on it is for Netherlands to win the World Cup or Spain to win the World Cup.
I like that? Those are probably some pretty nice odds on that, man. Netherlands, they would have to round them a
I
little bit
love
more.
Frankie De Jong. That's my guy.
Oh, Frankie, bro.
I
That's
love
what I'm saying.
Frankie.
That's the coolest part about the World Cup, bro. It's definitely a tournament where a player like Frankie can take over a team, and if they've got the pieces around him, they can just start lighting it up, man, and go for a run. Like that's all they need. That's all Holland needs is just activate a couple of their star power and just take off, man.
Yep.
But hey, Dolphins, bro, we are 7-3 right now on top of the world, man. And still, we have to play the Texans, man, coming off this bye. Are you worried about a little bit of rust or anything, or it's just Houston?
No, I don't think so. It is funny though because the last time that the Dolphins were a double-digit favorite, it was against the Houston Texans, and they ended up losing outright. I don't think that's going to happen again, though. Hopefully not. Knock on wood. But this Dolphins team, dude, they're just badass. Like this is a badass freaking football team. There's no other way to put it. As Dolphin fans, we've always had fake life, as I like to call it. It's like, oh yeah, we're in first place for a week or two, and the only people that really believe in us is us. But that now this year, it's different. Like you look at
Whole
this
different.
roster, there's just savages across the board. This is a championship football team roster right now. And all they got to do is stay focused and just keep winning. Houston, they might not even know who their quarterback is. Our defense at home is fantastic. Our run defense is great. Houston's got Dameon Pierce, and that's about it. I am very confident in this game. Houston's defense is the absolute worst against running backs in the NFL. Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert should have an absolute field day. And if you remember, the last time that Houston came to Miami, we whooped those boys' ass.
We really
That's when
did,
Jarvis
man.
went crazy on them. So, no, I feel very good about this game, and we should. Like, we are a very good football team, and Houston is – they're playing for Bryce Young. So, you just got to go out there and take care of business. It's another tune-up game because after this, it gets scary.
Yeah, tune-up game for sure, man. Like, this is the type of game where I want us to come out full fury, lay our hurting on the Texans, where we've got to be the superior team. Besides, you're right, man. Besides Dameon Pierce, they don't have a lot of bright spots. It's a nice violent runner, a little fellow Gator for you. I know that's always a cool little spot there, but they don't really have any pieces, man. I mean, if Jacoby Brissett was beating them last year, I've got to believe Tua and the boys this year and a much better offense have to beat him. If they do start a little slow, this is the kind of game where we can afford a tune-up. It's before that big road stretch. We've got to be hot, man. I want us to win by at least 3 scores type stuff,
I think Tua should have 4 touchdowns at least.
Yeah, man. Nice little 350-plus yard game, 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. Again, that's the recipe, and he'll be good.
That's my favorite stat every week. No turnovers. It's my favorite.
When you're playing turnover-free football, like, how can you lose? Like, how can you lose when you're 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions over the last 4 weeks, Like, come on, man.
Baller.
Baller alert. Like, he's got, 18-3 on the season is his TD to interception ratio? Like, Oh, my God.
He's top 2. He's top 1 in every category.
Wow. What a time to be alive for the Miami Dolphins, bro. And the kid missed 2 games, man. Like, the questions are being answered, bro.
No, what's crazy, though, is that the only question that we still have is one we didn't anticipate going into the year, and that's the defense.
Yeah, man. I mean,
like, the defense is really the only question mark on this football team.
You give them a little slack because of the injuries to the secondary, or is it more
right? You give them a little slack because of the injuries, but the injuries are a thing. Like, you can't just hit the reset button. Like, you got to figure it out even with the injuries.
Valid. We've had a couple kids
like, oh yeah, we're injured. Okay, well, we still have a game on Sunday. It's like we still have a game on Sunday.
You're like, pause. Whoa, hold on. Let the guys recover, please. We got. We're not the Buffalo Bills, Nicky. We don't go out here and just give all the excuses to the injuries, man. Hopefully we figure out though.
Or the sun, or that they can't play in their own weather. It's fine.
Woe is me, bro. Hey, weather's no issue for us Miami Dolphins, man. The injuries though, it's a little suckish, man. The secondary, man. I thought it was gonna look so nice this season. It's crazy to think our secondary is supposed to be Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, Javon Hall, and Brandon Jones. We're nowhere near that, man.
Not even close. Dude, I'm gonna be real with you. I'd never anticipated Kader Kohu to be our second stud cornerback. I don't think anyone did. He was an undrafted free agent. Dude, we hit on him though, because he's a great football player. Fantastic football player. But Noah Igbenogany should be a practice squad player. And he's playing 20% of the snaps this year. It's unbelievable.
It's absolutely unbelievable, bro. Like, it's Kader, bro. I didn't see him coming at all. Like, I don't know about you, man. I didn't even hear him out really in training camp or anything, bro. Like, I heard a little bit of Keon Crossan. Like, when he grabbed my little hat to sign, I was like, I don't know if I want a fringe player to sign the hat, but I was like, whatever, bro. Like, you're a Dolphin. We'll let it ride. And Keon's been balling, bro. I wish Kader Kohu had signed the hat, but right. It's tough, man. There's no Trill, no Mackenzie.
What did McDaniel say about Crossan? Is he going to play Sunday? I didn't watch the press conference yesterday.
I did not either, man. I've been so wrapped up in the World Cup. I didn't watch the press conference. I just Googled Keon Crossan right now. I had nothing since. Oh wait, that's the transcript. Though. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read a whole transcript right now. Command F.
No, you just got to go on Twitter, bro. Just
man.
Keon Crossan on Twitter.
What a smart man, bro. This is why the Smoke Show is needed, bro. The expertise. Congratulations on cracking 4,000 subscribers, man. I like how Jay put it. 4 bags. 4 bags.
4 bags.
4 bags. That was good. That was a good one, bro. Hey, man, just popping off, bro. And then a little always good vibes on the Smoke Show, man. You can work
good vibes over there.
You had Nick Hicks on the other day, bro. That was sick.
Yeah, that was a pretty sick interview. That was a really good one. And I got a good friend of mine, Calvin Jackson. He's actually on the Dolphins practice squad. He was on Last Chance U too, so I'm gonna have him come up on the show, pick his brain, because I always wanted to know what it's like to have the Netflix documentary people following you around. And I wonder if people, like his teammates, for instance, act a different way when they know the camera's rolling. So I kind of want to go behind the scenes on that. And then I got to find out what like Tyreek and Jalen Waddle are talking about in meetings and shit.
No, that's a little nice inside look, man. Ooh, okay, yeah. The document part is always very interesting. Like, are players acting it up for the cameras? Or are they humbling it down? Are they trying to just make a name for themselves? Like, we saw Spencer Rattler. That there's that clip of him in high school, like arguing with like his high school QB, and people are like, "No, Rattler's not that mean of a guy, bro. He just wants to act it up for the cameras." I don't know why you'd want to look like that in front of the cameras, but if your boy can give us an inside perspective, that'd be sick, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be sick. And Last Chance U is one of my favorite shows for a while, but I honestly haven't watched it in probably like a year or two.
Yeah, I've now watched the newest series. I know they changed the school, man. I haven't watched since then. Right? It's a different university.
I think they switch it every year now.
Okay, so then yeah, I'm pretty behind then, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm way behind. I haven't watched it since that crazy ass coach was there. I'm trying to remember his name.
Dude, it's a great show,
Something
bro.
Brown. Something Brown. He's a lunatic.
You got to be though if you're handling that, like those kind of players, man, who are literally it's their last stop. You got all those personalities, man. If not, the team runs away from you, bro. Like you've got to be a bit crazy to deal with those kind of crazy hooligans as well, man. Like frick, bro. What position does your buddy play? Or
wide receiver.
Oh, so then okay. I was about to say that makes a lot more. I assume so when you said he's going to give us the little Tyreek Waddle perspective. That'd be sick, bro.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. It'll be fun. That's for sure.
There's ever a year to be on the Dolphins practice squad, it would definitely be this one, man. You know, you get talk about front row seats for the Dolphins, bro. That's best seats in the house right there.
Dude, 2 of the top 5 wide receivers are in the meetings with you every single day.
That's what I'm saying. If there's anyone I wanted to learn from as a guy on the practice squad, it's got to be Tyreek and Waddle, bro. Like,
I mean, Tyreek is definitely the best receiver in the NFL.
Oh, no question, bro. You think Offensive Player of the Year?
Yes. And if they give it to Jefferson, it's a rigged system.
Yeah. I don't think there's been anyone who's been as offensively dominant as Tyreek Hill, especially just look at the yards, bro. Like, it went from people saying Tyreek's never going to crack 1,000 yards in Miami. Oh, what an idiot, wasting away his career. He's got what, 1,100 right now, 1,200 yards. Absolute masterpiece.
All I know is he's averaging like 120 yards a game, which is just stupid. Stupid, Nando.
That's ridiculous, bro. Like Smokes, like over 100 yards from Miami Dolphins. That consistency, man. Like you just turn on your TV and you know you're getting.
Never had it.
Never
had it before.
And it's not like we have had bums as receiver as well, man. It just Tyreek's a different beast, bro. Like,
yeah.
I think it's hilarious that people were trying to liken this signing to Mike Wallace in the offseason, man. They're like,
well, that's the thing. I was like, usually we'll sign a big wide receiver name and then he'll come over here and do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
That's what we're accustomed to.
That was the fear, bro. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I thought maybe he'd get like, 1,100 yards, 1,200 yards. I thought what he has right now, I thought that was the season, I thought, and I'd be happy with that. Be like, yo, prove the haters wrong. I thought maybe a little more touchdowns, but hey, touchdowns down, yards up. I'm okay with that for Tyreek, man. As long as he's eating.
He's going to get his tugs too. Trust. He's going to get his.
We saw it in that Cleveland game, man. They're going to start getting him more.
He scored in like the last 2 games or something.
I think he's up to 4 touchdowns.
I know he scored against Cleveland. I know he scored against Chicago. Did he? No.
Yes, he did score against Chicago.
No, he did. He definitely did. He didn't score in Detroit, though. Yeah, but he scored the last 2 games.
Yeah, he's 4 on the season. He's 2 in the last 2 weeks, though. So it's pretty nice to see him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's tasting that end zone. He's heating up.
Yes, sir. And it's not like Tyreek has had crazy touchdown seasons anyways, man. I'm looking at his touchdowns right now. Wow, he had 15 touchdowns with them in 2020. That's ridiculous. But besides 2020, 2018, he's had single-digit touchdowns every year. He's a yards guy, bro. It's still fun.
Touchdowns are weird. There's a lot of guys that'll have like 400 yards on the year and somehow have 7 touchdowns.
I mean, at this point, that's probably the best thing we could hope for like a Mike Gesicki kind of guy,
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not going to happen, but
You don't think we can
It
get that?
happens in the league. It definitely happens in the league.
I think Mike has
Let me pull
4
that
right
up.
now, man. I think he can get to 7. I think we could
Does
get.
he
We can.
really?
Yeah, he's got 4 touchdowns, man. He had that one game where he had 2. So that definitely helps there.
Mike.
Big
You think he's gonna
Mike.
be back next year? No shot.
Someone was talking about it to me yesterday, man. They were like, it was this bubble question. It was like Wilkins or Big Mike, like Gesicki, and you got to take Wilkins over Gesicki, man. If you're choosing to pay one over the other,
Right.
just haven't used Gesicki, bro.
Like here, Jawan Johnson, 349 yards and has 5 touchdowns. Cole Kmet has 309 yards and 5 touchdowns.
That's
Gabe
what I'm saying,
Davis, well,
bro.
he's got like 600.
Like
I guess it's a tight end thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd love to someone was saying like, oh yeah, but Mike Gesicki's top 10 in every like tight end statistic. Cole Kmet and Juwan Johnson are probably top 10 as well, man. It's just what tight end is, bro. Little yards, lots of touchdowns. 300 yards, 5 touchdowns sounds terrible, bro. But for a tight end right now, it's probably top 10. Besides Mark Andrews, Kelsey, George Kittle, just a fat drop off at tight end after that, man. I don't know if Big Mike is worth that
Kelsey,
money.
Andrews, Kittle, and everyone else.
Yeah, because Waller's on IR. He hasn't played really since week 4, man. Like it's a big drop off.
You want to hear something disgusting? I have Waller and Kyle Pitts, thinking I was going to have like this iconic tight end stack. And I'm just the biggest clown in the world for that. That team's dead. I'm not even checking that team anymore.
Damn, bro. That's absolutely brutal, man.
Yeah, brutal. Absolutely disgusting. And I had Keenan Allen in that league. So it's just that team. And DeAndre Swift. But I have Jamal Williams, but I don't start him for some. I just keep thinking it's going to be Swift's day. It's going to be Swift's day.
I mean, that's what I do, bro.
It's never Swift's day. It's always Jamal's day.
It's always Jamal. He has the most rushing touchdowns in the NFL.
Yeah,
Jamal
disgusting. I hate him.
I do too, man.
I hate him. I hate him, but I don't hate him. I hate him because I keep him on my bench instead of in my starting lineup.
Dude, I kind of hate him, bro, because I have DeAndre Swift in Dynasty, man. I drafted him in 2020, and
no, you definitely hate him.
Yeah,
man.
dude. So like, I have Jamal. I literally don't start him. I'm like, yeah,
I will never, ever draft another running back that has an electrifying backup running back ever again. Because Swift's value is he has no value. There is no value in Swift. He could run it for 85 yards, get him down to the 5-yard line, and Jamal will get the touchdown.
Yeah, man. Like Swift had a touchdown. Jamal had 3. Like,
come
on, bro.
So gross.
It's terrible.
Yeah, these Thanksgiving games are pretty lit, though. Kind of.
Oh yeah, man. Thanksgiving. I think Hot Take Tuesday, bro. Like, I think Thanksgiving Day is the greatest football day of the year. Beats the Super Bowl, man. Like, yeah.
Well, beats the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, brother. As a day, Super Bowl as a game, obviously, bro. But a day of being able to wake up on a Thursday and have obviously awesome food. Like the food becomes a backup in my mind, bro. Because I get 12:30 football, 4:30 football, 8:30 football on a Thursday.
It's the best.
Can't beat it, bro.
You can't beat it. It is. It's magnificent. And it's not a Thursday where the players are like, oh, we got Thursday night football. This sucks. They're genuinely fired up to play on Thanksgiving.
Exactly, man. It's not like so often Thursday football should be cool, but it's so sloppy. It's been
don't
terrible
play well this year.
Yeah, especially this year, bro. It's been just a lot of injuries or just really cruddy games. Besides like that Cardinal Saints game a couple weeks back, I think that most of them have just been really bad.
Yep.
So Thursday, I hope Thanksgiving plays me some nice. What's your favorite Thursday night action or Thursday football?
My Thursday favorite bet.
Or game, whichever. I don't know if you looked at the line, so.
No, I've looked at the line. So I think the most exciting game to watch scoring wise is obviously going to be Buffalo versus Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to bet, like my favorite bet of the whole Thanksgiving would probably be the under in the Vikings game, under 42.5. Unfortunately, I think the Bills are going to cover 9.5, but I'm actually going to pray for them to lose the entire time. I really nothing would make me happier than seeing the Bills lose on Thanksgiving.
It'd be the greatest start to Thanksgiving ever.
Oh my God, it'd be the best. It'd be the best.
Like I'd be like, yo, I don't need to eat, man. I've already had my fill. My heart is full of hate.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
And I'm good to rock.
I'm good. That Cowboys game should be good too. I think the line's really inflated, and I love the Cowboys. I think they're probably the best team in the NFC right now. And when I say
Really?
I love them, I'm talking about like as a team to bet on. Yeah, I
Oh,
bet them
yeah.
to win the NFC
Dang.
before the Vikings game. That defense is real, and they could just run on people at will. And if you have a good defense and you could run the football, and you got receivers like CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and if Dak's on, Dak's on. I think they're a really good football team. But I think the Giants are good too. And in division rivalry game, you're getting 9 points. Not a bad bet.
Not a bad bet at all, man. Dang. Yeah, that Cowboys Giants game is gonna be a fun time, bro. The Cowboys demolished the Vikings, bro. Like, I don't know about you,
Yeah,
man.
they're
I've
good.
I've never seen a game where like I was just watching at a sports bar
Dude,
and
they took it off
they took it
national
off.
TV.
I've never seen that in my life. Am I tripping? Like, that's not
No,
a thing, right?
that they literally said pass the sticks, fam. Like this game is trash.
I was so confused, bro. I had a little Cowboys fan freaking out at Bo Campers, man. He was like, "What's going on right now? Give me back my Cowboys. Give me back."
Dude, it's 40-3. What are you tripping about?
Yeah, bro. I was like, "Yo, like, was not the bartender lady, bro. It was not her fault. Do not
I
scream at
guess,
her,
I guess
bro."
maybe he just wants it in the background so he could look up and see his team.
Yeah,
I
man. I
guess.
mean, he was with this girl, bro. He's probably feeling himself. You know what I'm saying? He's probably like, "Let's go!" Like, well, my Cowboys are demolishing the Vikings. But I had to calm down. I was like, "Yo, it's 40-3, bro. The game's over, man. Like, pass the sticks."
40-3. There's no reason for you to be freaking out right now.
Yeah, I was like, we did not. They're turning on the Steelers Bengals game. It's like 1 point game, bro. You cannot blame the national TV for saying viewers are going down, bro. Let me bring on some action.
Yeah, of course. I don't blame them at all. They made the right call.
It's a business decision, bro. I'm not a Cowboys
Do you
fan.
see any of the favorites losing on Thanksgiving?
I mean, I'm a hater, bro. Buffalo going down, man. Detroit tie.
Would love that.
Detroit tie.
You
I
know,
got,
Detroit is actually freaking terrible on Thanksgiving.
don't tell me that, bro. How bad? How bad are we talking?
I think they've won one game in like the last 12 years.
Hey, positive spin on that, bro. It's time to regress back to the mean, man. A little bit of positive regression in store for the Lions. I don't, hopefully, if they can bring one
Let
out
me see.
against the Bills.
I'll pull it up for you right now.
Oh no! So when you know it's got to be bad.
Yeah, they suck.
I mean,
They're 2-26 straight up on Thanksgiving since 2000, and they're 1-21 straight up since 05. So they've won one game on Thanksgiving since 2005.
that's awful, bro.
They stink.
I mean, I remember that Lions game where they had they had like David Blau come in or something. He started for them.
David Blau, yes.
Yeah.
Holy crap. And he was balling early. I think that was the game where they played Houston. It might have.
I
No,
think
that
so.
might have been the game they won with Blau. I don't remember. I know it was a couple of years ago, though. I do remember that.
The Boilermaker Beast, bro. The Purdue Master, man. Mr. David Blau, bro. Those are times that make you a legend, man. Like it's pretty wild to see. Like, hey, man, David, Mr. Blau, you're playing on Thanksgiving. What? It's not Stafford. Yep. Sorry, bro. Go out there,
Wild.
man. Like, damn, bro. Like that's you gotta call your dad, but it's also like, Dad, I don't know if you really want to watch the TV, man. It's not gonna be a pretty one. But he was balling at the start, bro. So hey.
Oh, wait. So that was home underdogs are 2-26 on Thanksgiving since 2001 and 1-21 since 05. The Lions, that's irrelevant. They're 3-18 straight up as a dog on Thanksgiving. The Lions have lost 15 consecutive games straight up as an underdog on Thanksgiving.
Wow. Well, that means they're due, like Aldo says.
They still
man.
suck.
Yeah, not enough rah-rahing from Dan Campbell is going to change that, man. It was when I was watching the speech though, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, the next win's coming up in 4 days. Let's go fourth."
Is that what he said?
Yeah, and I was getting amped. I was like, I was about to charge through the phone, blue skidoo.
I would want nothing more than to see the Detroit Lions win.
And then I saw their
and it's not impossible. That Bills defense is not what they once were,
dude.
It's not.
We were just hyping up Jamal Williams, bro. Nick Chubb was looking nice against that Bills D, man.
They ran all over him at will. If they could have caught a touchdown, they probably would have won the game. I think they had 3 drop touchdowns. The Bills have given up 20. Dude, like you could score on the Bills. You could score on the Bills. I can't wait to play them again. I really can't. As long as it's not a blizzard, I think we could win the game. I don't realistically, I think the Bills will win because sweeping them is an insane task. But if the weather is favorable for the Dolphins, I'm just saying, don't sleep because last year that game was close for a half.
For a half, for a brief time, and
For a half.
It's been the curse of Dolphins football for so long, man. I feel like we've always had like either the offense or the defense show up for a half, and then we're like, oh, in the second half or in the other half, we'll get them right, and then we collapse, bro. So
Yep.
for a half, we looked nice, man. I hope
Oh
with the
my
weather
gosh.
would look
The
a little better.
Browns threw for 324.
Oh my god,
Ooh.
Jacoby Brissett for throwing for 300 yards and you is not a pretty sight, man.
That's
Ouch,
wild.
bro. Nah, if it's a
All I'm
blizzard,
saying,
they will lose the
they're
game.
not the big bad wolves anymore. Just saying.
Oh no, of course, bro. We're at the late enough point of the season where early on, people want to say like, "Oh, you're winning. You got to prove it to me, bro." Well, late in the season, if you start losing or if you start not beating teams the way you're supposed to, you got to prove it to me again, man. Like the Buffalo Bills have fallen off as of late. Like why? They're not the big bads, bro. They're not that scary team they once were. That
Great
defense.
Great football team, but so are the Dolphins. It's not like I'm intimidated to play Buffalo anymore. Last year it's like, oh, Buffalo's coming to town. We're losing by 40. Oh, we're going to Buffalo. We're losing by 40. Like, no, like that's gone.
Oh yeah, that's out the window, man. It's again. I mean, on that same note, I no longer think I'm going to go into New York or play the Jets and think I'm going to smack them around. But I no longer think I'm going to go to Buffalo and get beat up. We had a bit of a growth spurt, bro. The bully does not look as tall anymore, man. If anything, I'm a little taller than he is, bro. So it's a fun time, bro.
Stephen D in the comments shouting us out for holding down the fort.
Let's go, Mr. Stephen D. We did get a donation for you, bro. We shout out to Aldo, man. We got the $5.
You should donate to us. Send us $5.
We'll drop our Cash App, our
$5
PayPal,
make
our
it holla.
Venmo. $5 make me holla. Hey man, we'll drink for beer. We'll drink for donations. You know me.
Yeah, dude, I haven't seen a beer in your hand.
Hey man, I did have a little break. I did have a little 5 a.m. brew just because I knew that
no,
afterwards.
You did not. You did not have a brew at 5 a.m.
Dude, it's just a Coors Light, bro. It's a little leftover from the little USA game. Coors Light's like water, man. That's why we like Vase Sewer on the Miami Sports Podcast Network, bro. It's the only reason I don't have a beer right now, though, Nick. I don't have a sponsored beer.
That's facts.
I don't have a sponsored beer right now, man. Coors trash, bro. That pea water was not good, bro. Not good for me, man. Mm-hmm. But I had to buy it for the USA yesterday, man. Like I walked into Total Wine and I was about to walk out with some nice little Belgian beer, and I was like, "Come on, bro!" I was like, "It's USA playing. I don't drink American beer, man." So I was looking around. I was like, "Dang,
you don't."
Not really, bro. Like, not a lot. Like, most of it's light beer. I do like stouts.
Why do you hate America?
Well, I like stouts, bro. So, for example, like Colorado has an awesome stout. Like, it's Left Hand Brewing. It's a nice little brewing company. They've got a nice couple of little nitro milk stouts, little regular milk stouts, a peanut butter stout. So, if I'm drinking stouts, I'll drink American beer. I like Coors Banquet. I just don't like light beer too much.
So you're a real beer guy.
Oh yeah, I'm a big beer guy, man. Like I used to work at Yard House, bro. It was one of my favorite jobs, man. I had like 130 beers to choose from. Just talk beer all day and get off work, just drink a little more, man. Ooh, always a fun time, bro. Get my little free samples and whatnot. You gotta test the merchandise so you can sell properly, bro.
And you're like, oh yeah, bet. Oh wait, let me try that one more time.
Yeah, they'd be like, hey, we just got one more time. Two new beers, and I'd be like, well, I've before I sell it, I don't know what type of flavor it is. And then be like, Frendo, shut up. Like, you're 22 years old. You don't know beer. And I'm like, dude, I know beer, bro. Okay. Like, I freaking love beer. I'm a quarter alcoholic.
Nothing better than a nice cold one, though.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Nothing better than a nice cold one at 5 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m.
Can't beat it.
5 o'clock somewhere, man. It was literally 5 o'clock, bro.
Oh my gosh. The Dolphins are now 13-point favorites.
It's been jumping then, right?
Wow. That's nuts.
I know we were double digit, but it's 13 points now.
That's crazy, yeah. And the total's only 46.
46?
And we're 13-point favorites. That's freaking
That's absolutely wild. Oof. So they're expecting us to just clobber them and just Texas just lay there.
Yeah,
Just
they're basically expecting us to absolutely dismantle them.
damn.
They're expecting us to score 33 points.
I'm with it. I'll take that. What, like a
That's
little
nuts.
33 to 7, 33 to 10 action? I'll take that any day of the week, man. You think we give a standing O to Laramie Tunsil?
Nah. Yeah, actually, yeah, he should get one. He should get one. He really
Oh,
should.
little salute to service, man. A little salute to service just for Laramie Tunsil, man. We'll have two that game. We'll have him walk out, the fire, everything. Everyone, Laramie, Laramie, Laramie. I love it if
I
he
would
takes
love
it too.
nothing more.
I love it if he takes it like a champ too. He just like coming out there doing the little wave, like, "Oh, what's up, everyone? Thanks, man."
That's wild.
Oof. Damn, bro. Now you have me craving a beer, bro. Got a strength of
I
will,
know.
man.
I might start early now too. It's basically Thanksgiving weekend already. It's basically Thanksgiving.
It really is basically Thanksgiving, man. I might have to drink some wine or something at least, man. If you get a drink, I'll get a drink. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's how peer pressure works for me, man.
Well, I haven't ate because I was gonna get breakfast, and then Stephen D texted me last minute. Oh, yo, here's the link, by the way, for the show that you're supposed to do this morning. Oh, okay, thanks.
Shout out Steven. Hi,
Shout out Steven. Shout out Planner Steve.
Planner Steve, baby. You know, it's okay, bro. I appreciate the fact that you hopped in, man. I was about to just open up the floodgates and just start letting people coming in left and right. Keep the show alive. So I appreciate the fact that you saved
Got
me a
you.
little.
Got you.
It's a real one right there. Bangarang. So if you get a drink, bro, I'm always down to share with Mr. Smokes. You know, I'll just pour it into a Dolphins cup or something.
I just don't think I'm on your level yet.
It's
I'm
okay,
just
man.
not there.
You got to save it for tailgate Sundays, man. That's how it began, bro. You got to think about it. You went to UF. You know, you went to a good school. I've gone to Syracuse and to FIU, so all I know is crap football, man. All I know is 12 p.m. kickoffs, bro. So it's tough, bro. When you're tailgating at
You
8
just know how to
a.m.
start early.
I was forced to. It's not my fault, man. Blame the NCAA. You know,
Blame college.
I'm not even them, bro. Blame the NCAA sports, bro. Sorry if I just screamed into your ear, but
No, you're good.
oh,
So the Fins are first in the AFC East. Do you truly believe they are the best team in the AFC East?
in the AFC East for sure. Right now, like I said, Buffalo's got to reprove it to me. I get it that they might have the better track record and that they've got more of the credibility. And the Jets look like they could be a good team if Zach Wilson was anything above a 2.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's garbage, bro. Like he aptly wears that 2 on his back. You know, he's a 2 out of 10 at max. He does 1 or
He's
2
a
good things
0
a
out
game.
of 10. He's a number 2 on the depth chart. He's a backup quarterback.
Michael
He's
Light or Joe
terrible.
Flacco.
They're better off with Joe Flacco. Bro, I think Joe Flacco has the same amount of touchdowns as Zach Wilson.
I want to say he has 1 more. I want to say he has 5 in 3 games, and I think Zach Wilson has just 4 touchdowns. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not afraid of anyone really.
It's funny that Joe Flacco's in the league still. Joe Flacco has 5 touchdowns this year. Let me see how many Zach Wilson has.
Joe Flacco's still in the league, man. Still kicking.
Oh my gosh, he has 4 touchdowns. Joe Flacco has 1 more touchdown than Zach Wilson. That is unbelievable.
Absolutely hilarious to me, bro. And it's so funny that so many Jets fans earlier in the season were like,
I thought he was him.
Yeah,
They actually thought he was good.
They were like, "Yo, you guys are so lucky we're playing with Joe right now. Just wait till we rock with Zach Wilson out there, man." And now they got to beg for Joe
You're better
back.
off going back to damn Joe, son.
Dude, if I was Flacco, I'd honestly retire. I'd be like, you guys wanted Zach so bad? Play with him, bro. I'm done. I'm out.
I don't even think Joe wanted to play, though. I feel like he's so old that he was about just collecting his contract and holding the clipboard. And now he's like, Zach, you fucked me, dog. He's like, dude, I'm 45 years old. And now I got to go finish the rest of the season.
Come on, Zach. You serious, bro? I didn't even stretch, man. I don't even know the playbook out here, bro. And you had to get hurt. You had to suck. Come on, brother. Just want to get my free check.
Yeah, he's 37 years old. Like Joe Flacco's already accomplished everything that he's wanted.
Yeah, honestly, man, I don't know what's going through his brain, bro. I don't know what could motivate you at 37 years old. Because Joe Flacco got paid. He got paid by the Ravens. Like he's won a Super Bowl. What can inspire you every day to wake up and be like, today I'm going to be a New York Jets quarterback?
No idea.
He's a stronger man than I am. That's all I know.
Actually, though, if I was a Jets fan, I wouldn't want Zach Wilson to go anywhere. I think he's a great quarterback. I don't think they should bench him. If I'm Joe Douglas, I would not bench Zach Wilson. I would stick with him. I would just continue to build around him and truly believe in him because he's honestly a franchise quarterback, and I truly believe he should be the quarterback for the New York Jets for the next 10 to 15 years.
I would love nothing more. And hey, Joe Douglas, if you do listen to this, bro, hey, this is a stamp of approval. There are at least two people in the world.
Keep Zach Wilson. Seriously, man. You do not want to let that kid walk out the door. That's the last thing you want to do.
Get ahead of the curve, bro. What if he starts balling out tomorrow?
Give him an extension. Yeah. Give him an extension today.
10 years, $300 million.
Yes. Pay him. Pay Zach Wilson. Pay Zach Wilson.
He deserves it, bro. He's earned it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If not Joe, Zach. He's coming after your mom next. And
pay Zach.
He's a hungry one, Mr. Douglas.
But I think the AFC East standings are exactly where they need to be. The Dolphins are the best. The Bills are the second best. The Patriots are the third best. And the Jets with Zach Wilson are dead last. Now, if they start Joe Flacco, I think we might have to change it a little bit. And I would put the Jets over the Patriots. But I agree. I believe this Dolphins team is actually the best football team in this division right now. They're clicking on all cylinders. We have more talent offensively, in my opinion, than Buffalo. Our offensive line has been playing outstanding, and we're red hot. The Miami Dolphins are red hot. Josh Allen, he hasn't been playing good football. He has not been playing good football. Tua's been playing better football than Josh Allen over the last 3 to 4 weeks, and it's not even debatable. It's not even debatable. I think we arguably have the best offense in the NFL, us or the Chiefs. And it's crazy that we're saying the Chiefs because they don't have Tyreek Hill. They have like Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore and all these other no names. But when you have a guy like Patrick Mahomes, it is what it is. But moral of the story is that this Dolphins team is actually fucking for real. And I haven't been able to say that in a really long time.
Oh yeah, this is what our best start in 15 years. I think I saw someone say, like, what a time to be alive, man. And I think we are definitely for real. Joe Flacco is definitely an improvement over Zach Wilson. Nothing too crazy, but I see a jump for them from 4 to 3. That's pretty fair. Buffalo, if they can right the ship, obviously they can turn around these rankings in a heartbeat. But as of right now, we're so hot. You ride that hot hand. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that the number one team in the AFC East is not number one. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's we're doing hot, we're firing, and hey, man, what a time to be a Dolphins fan. Like, this offense is legit for once as well. Like, when's the last time you say that?
The only reason why I say that is because remember when I think the Jets were first. Were they ever first in the AFC East this year?
Maybe for a week.
I don't remember.
I feel like they were like there was that bit of a cockiness stretch.
Well, usually there's whether it's the AFC East or any division, like the best team will be second because of, like a head-to-head percentage or something like that. And everyone's like, all right, I know that this team's in first place, but really this team is the best team in the division. But I genuinely don't believe that's the case in the AFC East.
No, yeah. I think for once the standings accurately reflect, especially, we're week 12. We're deep enough in that it's not like that was a fluke, that was an accident. Like, we're deep enough in the standings for once actually reflect the actual real life power rankings, I think, of the division, which is pretty fun for us, man. Like, it's.
And how crazy when our quarterback starts and finishes a game, we haven't lost.
That's what I was trying to say, man. Like,
I think that's insane. That's an insane stat.
We could be even better. Like, this gap could be even larger. Right now, we're half a game, one game up on most of the teams in the AFC East. And it could be even fatter. Like, if Tua hadn't gone down, who knows where this team could be. And if we're going to entertain any hypotheticals, that's the only one I really want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, this team, it's one of the few cases.
Even with that, we're still a great football team and in first place in the AFC East. Like, our quarterback missed basically 3 games, and the Miami Dolphins are still in first place in the AFC East. That is a testament to how good this football team is.
Yeah, man. We couldn't crack 18 points without Tua, man. And we lost those 3 games. It was tough, but 7-3, we could be a little higher if we were 8-2, 9-1. That's what I'm saying. We're one of those rare teams where the record, we should be better than our record. And I can confidently say that.
7-3.
And we're still 7-3. You know what I'm saying? Years past, it was flipped. We'd be 3-7, and we'd say this is a much better team than 3-7. We deserve to be a lot higher. No one would care. And now we would be 7-3, top of the world, bro. Like, I've been enjoying this week, man. It's been a fun week off. Oh.
How do you feel about the rest of the schedule after Houston, though?
Dude, this is my favorite little card of all time, man. Look at that. After the Houston, little schedule.
Oh, I already got it memorized. It's
I do too,
Niners,
bro.
Chargers, at Bills, home Packers, at New England, home Jets.
Don't let anybody call Nicky Smokes a fake fan, huh? My man's got it down pat. By the way, little tidbit on that note. Nick Hicks is all the validation you ever need, by the way, bro. If he's rocking with you, we all know what can't be rock with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
of course.
Boom. But back to the show. What was the question, actually?
How do you feel about the schedule after Houston?
After Houston, the 3-game away stretch, bro. I think it's
brutal.
It's brutal. It's one of the reasons why I like that you said tune-up game against Houston, man. I think we'll be able to iron out any little kinks, any little wrinkles we might have accumulated over the bye week and get ready to rock, because at San Francisco, at LA, at Buffalo, going against a 3-game road stretch is hard for any team, but that tough of a stretch, first of all, those first 2 games so far away from home, and then going to the other side of the country to play a rival.
That's why that Buffalo game kind of gets me irked, just because that travel is disgusting.
Yeah, it's nasty, bro. And it's not even like we're going to get dumped in from warm weather from Florida to California, and then we're going straight to Buffalo to blizzard territory. Like, it's not.
You think they'll stay in California? I feel like they should just stay there for 2 weeks.
I think that was the plan. I haven't followed up on that.
I think that would make sense. There's no point of flying out to Cali, playing a game on Sunday, flying back home, and then flying back out to Cali 3 days later.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. I know that during the offseason, there was talk that McDaniel had requested for the league to put that Chargers and Niners game pretty close because he wanted to stay over, but it didn't seem.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I heard anyways. I heard that he had said, yo, try to place that Chargers-Niners game close together so that we can stay out there on the West Coast and minimize the traveling for the team. So
maybe a little 2-week vacay in Cali will be good team bonding.
That's what I'm saying. And
by then they should be 8-3. They'll have 2 weeks together in Cali.
And McDaniel knows Cali, bro. He'll take them to San Francisco a little early and say, hey, bro, let's get the good eats. Let's get the good food in you. And we'll get to rock, bro. You know Magic Mike knows all the good eat spots in San Francisco, bro.
Mystic Mike.
Beast, right? Beast, right? So, let's get some tacos here, bro. Let's get some nachos over there. We'll get some Asian over there. The boys are going to be – we're going to see Tua Tagovailoa at 20.
Well, how do you think we're going to go over that 3-game stretch?
I think 1-2, bro. I think so. 5-2 after the bye is what I've been really preaching.
Same.
1-2 on that 3-game stretch is my realistic take, and I think that's all we need to really pull from there. The Packers don't look hot. Patriots are. I'm not afraid of them. And then the Jets at home, we got to take care of business and beat them. So
I think we're gonna beat the piss out of the Jets for what they did.
The
taunting with the peace sign to Tyreek and the waddling in the end zone. It's up, bro.
A reckoning is coming.
It was 1917, and Skylar Thompson played with not even a day of practice, and then Sanders missed the kick, and all hell broke loose. But trust.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We were making fun of David Blau, bro. Skylar Thompson didn't even get to call his dad, bro. His dad was probably not even watching the game. He's like, my son's not playing. And he was like, Dad, you missed me? I was out there 4 quarters. Damn it, baby Skylar. I'm sorry, bro. To expect him to beat the Jets was obviously a tough spot, but it was 1917, bro. You're right. A reckoning is coming week 18. We're going to mollywop them. So 1-3.
My favorite game.
1-3 over that Chargers, 49ers, Bills stretch. 1-2, I mean, sorry. That's all we really need to pull off.
I feel like every Dolphin fan has us losing the same 2 games. Everyone has us losing to the Niners. Everyone has us beating the Chargers, and everyone has us losing to Buffalo.
Yep.
So we're probably going to be wrong. Maybe we win both games.
Hey,
Because I'm not intimidated by the Niners. Like they're not a team that I think overpowers us in any capacity.
Instead of one
I
and
think
two,
they're a great football team,
yeah,
but
of
again,
course.
like we're a great football team too. I don't believe we're going to go over to San Fran and be a 7-point underdog against them. I think the spread will be San Fran -3 to -4.5 at most.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game. We'll get a lot of respect for that one. You know, it's a Kyle Shanahan versus Mike McDaniel game. It was a little scary, bro, when I saw them yesterday. Like they motioned Debo to the backfield and then they
But we
sent the
do the
ball.
same thing. But instead
Bro,
of
but
Debo, we have fucking
McCaffrey,
Tyreek Hill, bro.
Christian McCaffrey, Debo, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk was definitely a scary combo, bro. Like I get why some people were getting like a little frightened, but I agree. I don't think they're like that much of a better team.
I think our
They're not even a
combo
better
is
team. I think they're
just
more.
as disgusting, if
Yeah,
not more.
I think the only advantage they have in their combo is that they've played longer with each other. But McCaffrey's brand new to the team, bro.
The only advantage they have is they have McCaffrey.
Yeah,
Both of our receivers blow both of their wide receivers out of the water. It's not even close.
Not even funny. Like Debo wants to be Tyreek, and Ayuk's nowhere near Jalen Waddle.
And if Jeff Wilson want to keep toting the ball like that,
hey man, a little revenge game for Jeff and Hefe. He's got to say, like,
big facts, bro. It is a
like,
revenge. It's a revenge game for a lot of those boys,
dude.
Raheem,
Trent Sherfield,
yep,
Wes Welker, John Embry, Mike McDaniel,
Wes Walker going back there.
I guess what I'm saying, bro. Like, and think about it, bro. Like, if Jeff Wilson has to look in Christian McCaffrey's eyes and know effectively, man, you stole my job, you stole my life, you made me move out of this state, and I'm coming back here.
Good.
You think
Imagine being able to move out of dump ass California and coming to Florida? It's the
exactly.
biggest blessing that ever happened to him.
He's gonna say thank you for the blessing, bro, in disguise. It turned out I'm here. I'm thriving in Miami, and
yeah.
Just to make matters even better for myself, I'm gonna outrush you right now. Let's go. You know, I'd love if Jeff Wilson outrushes Christian McCaffrey, we win that game. It's a done deal.
It's gonna be a great game. That game. I'm really excited for that game.
So if we are to go 2-1 over that stretch instead of 1-2, where do you think we pull out that extra win? Buffalo or San Francisco?
San Fran. I really don't think we're gonna win in Buffalo, to be real. And I don't expect us to. And if we do, I'll go absolutely berserk. But expecting us to sweep Buffalo it was insane. It is, but
no, yeah,
we've already beat them once, so it don't matter.
It don't matter,
son.
Like
we could beat anyone. That's what I'm trying to reiterate here. Like I'm not intimidated of anyone that we have on that 6-game stretch. Now, when the schedule first came out, when I didn't know how legitimate this football team was really going to be, I was like, oof, we might get exposed these last 4 to 6 games. Now are we going to win 5 of them or are we going to win 6 of them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, are we going to go 5-2 or are we going to go 6-1? Like, and that's a beautiful time to be at, man. Like the Buffalo Bills, which one of the reasons why winning that week 3 was so key during the offseason. We were all saying, yo, if we beat them at home, takes off all the pressure, man. And we can sit here and say, we don't have to beat Buffalo. I want us to. And hey, Super Bowl bound if we beat the Billy Boys in Buffalo, but it's not
if we beat the Bills in Buffalo, bro, I will buy a flight to Arizona.
Hey man, little virtual handshake right there. I'm there with you, man. Right there. We're good to rock, bro. Super Bowl ticket plane ticket to Arizona, you mean, right?
Yep.
Ooh.
Hey, man, I mean, I'll buy a Super Bowl ticket. If the Dolphins get in, I will 100% buy a Super Bowl ticket.
I thought it was $7,000, bro, and then someone told me it's actually like 13,000. Is it
13,000 for a ticket?
Yeah, man. So I don't know what if it's only 7,000. I mean, I just said only 7,000. Like 7,000 is about to be.
Now, if they win, it's worth it. But if you spend that money and you lose, it's probably suicide watch.
Yeah, no, I'll be happy I'm in the nosebleed because then I can just jump right over the side of the stadium, bro, and just shoop, right down to the bottom, bro.
The only thing that I think holds this team back from making it there is the defense, to be honest. Because the offense is good enough to win us a playoff game if they're healthy, knock on wood. I'm not trying to jinx anyone. It's the defense that is my biggest concern. And yeah, it is. They are really banged up. And anytime we go on the road, our defense turns into marshmallows, Swiss cheese. I mean, our away defense gives up 34.2 points per game.
Ooh, ugly.
Then our defense at home only gives up 16.5 points.
Wow.
So you have to have home field advantage, or you have to figure it out if you want to win on the road in the playoffs.
I mean, hopefully both, but damn, that's pretty scary, bro. That big of a swing.
It's disgusting. It almost makes no sense.
It really doesn't. Like, are us fans that much of a difference for the Miami Dolphins? Like, it's not like we're dominating the stadium. I would love to say we were like Kansas or Seattle and we're like blocking out everyone, but there's a lot of opposing fans. Like, would we ball out even harder if we sold out the Dolphins stadium to just Dolphins fans?
Probably.
Think about that, bro. Dang. I mean, I hope our defense figures it out though. On the road, that's scary. I mean, it's looking like we're gonna have a home playoff berth, but then this road stretch is. I'm a little more scared, Smokes. Fuck.
I got you all worked up and nervous.
You really do, man. It's a little 30 points versus 16, man. I'm bad at math, but I know that's a 2 touchdown difference, bro. Like that's.
Let's go with Byron Jones. I think we should just blackmail him. Not blackmail him, blacklist him.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, bro. Because it's not like we're gonna get any healthier. I haven't heard anything on Byron. I don't think
you can't get healthier
back.
than where we are right now. Like considering the fact that you're not getting Brandon Jones or Nick Needham back, like accepting that, okay, these guys are done for the year. This defense couldn't be any healthier, like as it can be for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Unless Cater comes out of this bye week with another leap in the back pocket. You know what I'm saying? Another gear unlocked. We're not going to get the secondary is not going to get any better. Like it's not going to magically. Like we're out here hoping Keon Crossan comes back. You know what I'm saying? Like
we're out here hoping Xavier Howard somewhat goes back to Xavier Howard.
Oh, I know, bro. Like
it's the herpes thing. It has to be the herpes.
Dude, maybe it's
the herpes.
Because so then Sam Madison's a liar, bro. He can't say that he has 100% healthy when he's got herpes, bro. That's not 100% healthy.
He might be. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lie. I can't trust Sam Madison anymore, bro. Fuck. Why are you telling me that's 100% health? So he might be hurt. We wouldn't know. Like now I can't.
He's got everyone. Everyone should be 100% healthy coming out of this bye. Because our injury report before that Browns game was the best it's been all year, and knock on wood, nothing happened during that game. So they should only have gotten healthier.
Yeah, that's why it's concerning that there's been no updates on Byron or anything. I mean, he didn't play.
Man, fuck Byron. I'm done with Byron.
If Xavier Howard was a little banged up, I hope this little week and a half off has done him right. If it's a confidence thing, I hope he went to little.
That's what Sam Madison said. It's a confidence thing. He said he needs to get his confidence back.
Bro, we just gotta take him to a nice little rub and tug and just get him nice and perked up.
Deshaun Watson him.
Hey, you just got to call Watson. Be like, give me your 5 favorite masseuses, my friend.
Give me your top 5 right now.
buddy. I got to give you the color coded sheet, man. It's a very high tech system, bro. Oh my god!
I don't even think you could call his referrals though, because they're all, settled by now. So
yeah,
he's gonna have to find a new top 5.
New top five for Xavier Howard. I think it's wild that I feel bad, bro. I was calling Xavier Howard top 5 corner this offseason. He's not been nowhere near that, man.
Not at all.
You think he can come back to that though, or is that like?
I still think he's top 10, just out of respect. If you ask receivers in the league right now, they probably still put him at top 10.
Right, like top 10 guys you wouldn't.
There's a lot of savages out there. There's a lot of good corners in the league right now.
I agree. I definitely think there's a lot of respect. Like I saw on your show yesterday, you were saying like I could see like him getting Pro Bowl votes just out of respect alone. Like probably the one Dolphins player who actually has some street cred amongst the NFL.
There's always like those 1-2 Pro Bowlers where you're like, how the hell did this guy make it to the Pro Bowl this year? Like he stinks. And it's like the popularity contest. And Xavier Howard is that certified name. I don't know. He makes it every year.
Yeah, man. He's got like little to no interceptions, but you could just be like, oh, they're not throwing at him, baby. It's X. They're not targeted. And that's
funny though, because last year I think we only had 2 Pro Bowlers, and usually the only people that make the Pro Bowl from the Dolphins is our punter and our kicker this year, Tyreek, Jalen, Armstead, Tua, possibly Connor Williams. Christian Wilkins for sure is going to make
for
it.
sure.
Javon Holland's definitely going to make it. I think that's 7 guys right there that can make it. And the sad part is they're not even going to get to play in the game.
Yeah, that's the worst part, bro. I mean, it's not even a game this year. It's like a skills challenge, right?
Oh yeah, I think it's like a 7-on-7. You're right.
Yeah, they're playing like the dude.
I understand it though. The game's pointless.
If anything, I'm probably gonna watch it now. I'm actually more interested in watching NFL players do random little skill feats than watching them play
playing
this game.
A meaningless game where they actually don't give a flying fuck about it.
Yeah, exactly. And they're just risking themselves for injuries. Like makes no sense.
I want to see what they do. What's the?
I think dodgeball is returning, which is pretty cool. I've got to believe.
Nah, dude, I want the old skill challenge, like when you saw Marino hitting that moving target from 45 yards out. Like that is sick. Like I don't want to see Zeke playing dodgeball anymore, bro. Like I want the OG skill challenge. I want to see who could throw the ball 75 yards. You know, like I'd love to see Herbert, Mahomes, and Josh Allen try to big dick each other and throw the ball further than each other. Like that would be grade A entertainment.
Oh yeah, bro. Like almost as good as watching like Mac Jones alongside them trying to keep up, you know. That'll be hilarious. Like that big skill challenge, you'll watch like a Mahomes and an Allen tear it up, and then there's going to be some random quarterback in there falling grossly behind the mark. It's like when you play golf with your buddies and there's just one kid who sucks, and you're just like, Jesus, man, like what is going on?
You're just holding us up.
Bro, you see the line back there, man? There's people waiting to freaking just give me a second, bro. Give me my third string, okay? We'll figure it out. But Mahomes, Allen, oof. Those got to be the 2 best dodgeball players in the world, right?
Say that again?
Mahomes and Josh Allen, best dodgeball players in the world?
Probably. They're probably disgusting.
The USA would have an elite dodgeball team. That's all I know, man.
Yes.
Just put a bunch of quarterbacks out there. Just dot it up. I wonder what skill challenges they play, though. But dang, man. I'm excited for the Dolphins right now.
I don't know how you can't be.
We're vibing and rolling, bro. Oh, my God. I saw a cool thing on Tyreek Hill, bro. They were talking like which athletes in America, and a lot of were named were NFL players, would be great additions to the U.S. men's national team for the World Cup. And I saw Tyreek Hill, bro. Tyreek would be a spicy soccer player, man. He'd be absolutely electric, bro. Man, be getting deep balls left and right, whizzing past people. Oh, what an amazing athlete. 2 touchdowns this weekend?
Probably. I'd hope so.
I want to see him start getting back into that, man. That'd bring him up to 6 on the season.
And we could use him.
We could use him. I'll take some touchdowns. Why not? You know, especially if
at this point, my priority list is Dolphins win a Super Bowl, Dolphins win a playoff game, Dolphins make the playoffs, Tua MVP, and then Tyreek Hill Offensive Player of the Year. So the number one thing I want to happen is Super Bowl. Number 2 thing, if that doesn't happen, is win a playoff game. And if that doesn't happen, make the playoffs. And if that doesn't happen, Tua win MVP or Tyreek Hill Offensive Player of the Year.
I like that.
But I feel like a lot of those things go hand in hand.
Well, I was going to say that. I like that a lot of them do go hand in hand. Like, obviously, if any of the first 3 happen, the 2 MVP or a Tyreek Hill MVP or a Tyreek Hill like Offensive Player of the Year, they're a lot more likely. But I like that you rank them as the team's like success first, even if it's something as small as winning a playoff, making it to the playoffs, and then you named like player accolades like MVP.
And I feel like that's how the guys feel too. Like if Tua were to make a list, it'd probably be the same thing.
1,000%. Like in this weird world where we didn't make the playoffs and somehow Tua won MVP, like I'd have to believe this kid would be heartbroken. He'd probably give the saddest MVP speech of all time. Or the quickest one.
If we didn't make it?
If we didn't make the playoffs and he still got MVP somehow?
There's no way he would win. There's no way he would win. But
or like we got to the playoffs and we got mopped in the first round. You know what I'm saying?
Like the Patriots last year?
Yeah, like a Patriots exit.
Would you want to make the playoffs and get whooped like that?
No.
Like save the embarrassment?
Yeah.
Because at that point, you didn't even make it. You were kind of just a tune-up game.
Exactly.
Like you knew you didn't belong there.
Exactly. It would just highlight that, okay, the regular season is one thing. When it came to play the big boys, your team wasn't it. Like it sounds weird. I'd rather not make the playoffs and just know my team's not a playoff team yet, rather than be
or like a
illusion and be
competitive playoff team.
Exactly. Or a competitive playoff team. Let it be, okay, injuries were our downfall, or little certain areas that we need to still improve. But if you get to the playoffs and you get like mopped, the confidence is crushed, bro. Like, look at the Pats right now. Like that was tough for them, bro. Dang. What would you do though?
Hold on 1 second.
No worries, brother. I'm gonna check this Mexico score right now.
What would I want? Honestly, since I've only seen, well, I didn't see the game when the Dolphins won the last playoff game because I was born in 99 and that was 2000. But I went to the game when the Ravens whipped our ass. And I went to the game when the Steelers whipped their ass. So I've only seen 2 playoff games. So I want to see as many as I can. So even if we were to get whooped by 50, I'd at least like to say we made it to the playoffs, because then I could buy a Dolphin hat that like has the playoff patch, and I feel like a pretty like cool team. But I haven't seen enough success for me to just be like, nah, I'm okay on not making the playoffs.
I feel you. You're a braver man than I am, bro. I'm a coward. I wouldn't be able to take that pain, bro, honestly.
But at least you'd be like, you could hit people with, where were you? Watching on the couch? You could just, that's a great line. That's the best line. You can't rebuttal it.
That is valid, bro. I guess that really does show how much of a Dolphins loser I am, bro. I didn't even think about that line, bro, because that is honestly the most epic comeback when you're like, you're on the couch, bro. Even though they did improve the playoff seeding, I think it would be painful though, because it looks like we're projected at what, like a 2 seed right now. If we were the 2 seed and then we got bounced like that, bro, that would
dude. I would give my left nut for the season to end the way it is right now.
That is valid.
2 seed home playoff game against Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I am so about that.
We're winning that game. I
am so about that.
Like, talk about reckoning against the Jets, bro. That's another one. That's hey, you tried to derail our season. Well, you didn't try, but you almost derailed our season, Bengals. Didn't happen. Now it's time for the pain.
That was so bad.
That was so bad. It's such a scary time, bro. So it's been an up and down Dolphins season, bro. Like, I was talking about it with I went to the Dispo, man, and I was just talking about it to my buddy, and he was like, yo, 3 wins, 3 losses, 4 wins. Ups, downs, ups, bro. Like,
and hopefully they just stay up.
That's what I'm saying. Hopefully we just keep going, man. Like, hopefully it doesn't go down.
5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, they're not gonna go on like a 7-game heater.
If we do, though,
win the last 11 games, that'd be wild,
bro. Not only would that be wild, man. That's MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and Coach of the Year locked up.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Like,
guaranteed. Realistically, though, I think we go. If I'm going conservative, 12-5, and I think the worst this team can do is 11 wins. If they don't win at least 11 games, they choke the year away, in my opinion.
I agree. That's like
if you want a top seed, you have to win 12. Because if you look at Buffalo's schedule, they have a cakewalk. I think the only 2 teams that have a chance at beating them is Cincinnati, because they play Cincinnati on the road, primetime football. And then we have to pray that they somehow lose a game to either us, the Patriots, or somehow the Bears, because they got the Lions, the Pats, the Jets, the Dolphins, the Bears, the Bengals, the Patriots.
Dang.
And what are they? They're 7-3 too. So good thing they. I don't think. Yeah, they haven't even won an AFC East game yet. So we're definitely going to have them in that category for sure.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Buffalo hasn't won a single AFC East game. What bums.
So if they lose 2 games and we both finish 12-5, we'd win the East.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, destiny for once lies in the hands of the Miami Dolphins, bro. And that's such sweet words, man. Like, we just have to win, and we'll just be first in the AFC East. Like, it doesn't. Oh, if that team
winning that division would be fucking insanity.
Honestly,
It would be insanity because no one, not even myself, picked us to win that division. We're like, all right, we'll sneak into the wild card game and hopefully we'll make some noise. The fact that this is a conversation 12 weeks into the season is unbelievable.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. The fact that I could have this conversation with you, man, you're a straight shooter, bro, when it comes to the Dolphins, man. Like, if it was just me up here, like, guys, you could take my word for a grain of salt, bro. Like, I'd be happy no matter what. But, bro,
I genuinely thought the Dolphins would only win 10 games. I did.
Go.
But like they are good. And when they are good, I'm going to tell you that they are good. And when they suck, I'm going to tell you when they suck.
That's
when
what I'm saying.
Tua is playing like a top 5 quarterback, I'm going to tell you Tua is playing like a top 5 quarterback. And when Tua is playing like dog shit, which he hasn't this year, I'm going to tell you he's playing like dog shit like he did the last 2 years. And that's just what it was.
Smoke certified.
Now, you could kind of see that, yeah, it was Brian Flores and Jesse Davis and all these other guys. And that's fair. Now you can see that's fair. Okay, you actually give Tua somewhat of a supporting cast. This is what he could do. Okay, you got your answer. And the answer is he is a top 5 quarterback in the league right now.
Certified.
Top 3, top 2. Ooh. It's Mahomes and Tua, and then everyone else this year. Honestly, this year alone, it's Mahomes and Tua and everyone else. Period.
If we're looking at it just 2022, what
just 2022. Just 2022. It's Tua, it's Mahomes, Tua, everyone else.
Yeah. There's really no other question.
Yo, Justin Herbert's a freak. Like, he is a phenomenal quarterback, but he's got a fourth quarter problem. Like, it's a genuine problem. It happens too many times to just act as if it's not an issue.
Dude, did you see a little Emmanuel Acho take? Justin Herbert is a social media
quarterback.
I love that.
Here's a little facts to that because, dude, Herbert makes throws that I watch, and I'm like, dude, that is unbelievable.
It's wild.
But then he runs into sacks, or he'll throw that interception in the fourth quarter, and you're like, damn, this kid just doesn't know how to win.
And that was the biggest glaring issue he had at Oregon, bro, and it's followed him to the NFL, man. Like, he just doesn't. I hate to use the word the it factor, bro, but he just doesn't have a winning factor, I guess.
Well,
bro.
Dude, I didn't think Tua had an it factor till this year. I really didn't. Like, Tua didn't show me anything the first 2 years besides the Arizona game where I was like, oh, he has it. This year, I've seen it plenty of times. Plenty of times.
He turned the switch back on, man. He got it. He got it backfiring, and it's awesome to see because I think he had that at Alabama, bro. I think it did turn off for a bit for Tua.
Right. No, he had it in college for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm just saying, once you get into the league, all that college shit don't mean anything.
Yeah, switch was turned off, and we just thought it was just a simple, hey, just click the switch back on. It took a little longer, bro. But
right. And after talking with Nick, it kind of made a lot more sense of why everything. And he said, Tua's never gonna come out here and make excuses. He's like, as his trainer, I'm making it for him. And then he kind of like broke down everything. I was like, honestly, it makes a lot of sense. Like, it makes a lot of sense that it kind of took him a little bit to get going.
Yeah, man. And like, that's why it's awesome that you got to have that talk, bro. Like, you got to get a little insight, shed a little clarity on that, bro. Even if it was just for your personal sake. It's pretty cool, bro. Like, an awesome opportunity, man. And like, that's what a trainer's for, bro. Like, Tua's not going to come out here and give that excuse, but his medical professional will, bro. And he'll be able to tell him, like, it's what he had to do, bro. Like, I think it's so much fun now that he's like fully healthy, right?
Yep.
There we go. So we're ready to rock, bro. Like, healthy Tua. A healthy Tua is a Super Bowl. I don't know how the quote went, but it was pretty cool.
You remember when they told him he should retire after being concussed? That was good.
That was good.
Good times.
Matt Stafford just got his second concussion in like 2-3 weeks, man. So I guess it's time for Matt Stafford.
That whole Rams team is done. They're about to go through a depression. Worth it, though. They got their Super Bowl.
Worth it? Like, all right. So if the Dolphins did that, like, if we I'd say it's worth it. Yeah. If we were to win a Super Bowl like that, even if it meant selling our soul, selling our team, selling the future, it would have been
I would do anything for a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this team is built for longevity.
Oh, that's the fun part about this team, bro. Like, we won't have to sacrifice our souls. No deals with the devil
like
here.
I thought it was a 1-year window, maybe 2, but it's really a 3 to 4 year window. We got a lot of guys under contract. Tyreek Hill's locked up. Chubb's locked up. Waddle, Tua. That's like a 2-year window. You're going to have to pay both of those guys. You're going to have to pay Wilkins. We're definitely going to lose some pieces. You're going to have to pay Javon Holland. I would say right now we have a friendly 2 to 3 year window.
I agree. Definitely a firm 2-year window with the chance to stick our foot in the door and hold it open for year 3, man.
Bro, we could stick our foot in the door this year. That's why it's so scary. It's legendary.
So bro, that's my favorite Mike McDaniel quote, man. It's make 2022 a year you'll always remember, bro. Like that's got to ring true with those vets, man. Like I hope they remember, bro. I hope they remember 22. Hope they remember 23 for a long time to come. I mean, you'll remember it every day if you got a little Super Bowl ring on your finger. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll never escape you, man.
Dude, we've never even seen them win a playoff game, bro.
And
Could you imagine what that would feel like? I don't even know what that feels like, bro.
Oh my God.
That's why like Patriot fans get me so mad.
Oh, dude,
they're so spoiled.
Beyond
what
spoiled.
They got to experience for 20 years is just unbelievable. It's the greatest thing of all time.
Boston fans, that's why I hate Boston sports in general.
And it's because the NFL is the best sport.
It really is, man.
Like, and at least for me, I love the Miami Heat. Don't get me wrong, but one Dolphins Super Bowl would mean more than the 3 championships I saw for the Heat.
No question, bro.
Like by far.
Like, especially now, of course. Like I feel it's also like at the age we're at, bro. Like when the Heat won their 3, like I was so young, I was not going to go up there get rowdy in the parade. If the Miami Dolphins win the Super Bowl,
oh my God,
I'm losing my mind. Like I'm
losing my mind, dude.
I'm gonna have to write on Sharpie if found
that I would do during that weekend. I'm just gonna save that for my show. Let's just say I would not sleep,
dude.
Club, bus, another club. It'd be the biggest party of my life for sure.
I would have to write in Sharpie my address and if found, please return to here, bro. Just right on the chest, on the arms.
That's when I get a Dolphins tattoo. The day they win a Super Bowl is the day I get that thing.
Hey, I've always wanted a Fins tattoo. I'm thinking old logo. I don't know what your
definitely throwback logo.
I was thinking on like the little shoulder area, maybe, Then it's like,
all right, we're getting too far, Nando. We're getting too far. We're getting too excited.
Dude, that's my favorite thing, bro, is to lead people down the rabbit hole, man.
Playoff win would have me sipping a nice bottle of Bel Air. I'm not gonna go to the Dom yet. That's like a Super Bowl bottle, but
of course.
A little Bel Air after the first playoff win. I'll take that.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'll be like the Minnesota Timberwolves, bro. Like I'll be out there. You'll think
Pat Bev.
I'll be Pat Bev, bro. I'll be like, we won. Let's go. I'll be a Hard Rock. Shots for everyone up, bro. Like keep them coming, and they'll be like, dude, calm down, bro. It's just a divisional round. I'll be like, no, you don't understand. You don't get it. We hit it all. Pat Bev's
weird stat. Ever since Patrick Mahomes has been starting for the Kansas City Chiefs, they've made it to the AFC Championship game every single year.
Oof.
How insane is that? And I think they've all been home games.
I mean, hey, man, I know we were about to pump the brakes, bro, but when we go to the AFC Championship, you want to go to Kansas? You know what I'm saying? Or if the Dolphins are 2 seed, I guess it'd be maybe Buffalo coming to us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
could you have I can't do this. This is the only thing that I ask. I don't want to be pushing buttons on the playoff simulator, praying for other teams to lose to make the playoffs. I just want the Dolphins to control their own destiny, make it into the playoffs, and win a freaking playoff game. That's what I want this year. Anything else is just icing on the cake. Oh, you want to win 2 playoff games? Oh, you want to win the AFC? Oh, you want to win the Super Bowl? Okay, I will cream my jeans. Yes. But all I want for Christmas is a fucking playoff win.
Give me one. Christmas is a playoff win, bro. Santa, you heard us. You better freaking deliver, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, Santa, step up.
We've been some good kids, bro. We don't even swear on this show that much, man. Like
I've been swearing like crazy today. That's because Steven D's not on here. It's the Nando and Smoke show today.
Nando and Smoke show, man. Hey.
We'll say whatever the fuck we want.
Exact fucking late.
Just kidding, Steven D. I love you.
Oh, Sorry, Steven. You can add the bleep buttons later or something, right?
Beep. I was gonna see. I was wondering if Roach was in the back. I thought he was gonna
No.
plug in.
Unfortunately not,
It's all
man.
right. No biggie.
But hey man, all I want for Christmas is a playoff win. For about that Christmas Packers game, bro. I think we're gonna win
I
that.
wish I could go. I had the tickets for it, but I gotta sell it. It's just the wife's gonna be upset. The family's gonna be like, "Oh my god, you're at the game with just your dad. What are you doing?" Blah blah
I
blah. And I'm just,
understand, man.
dude, I just want to fucking see the Finns win. That's it.
Hey man,
But I guess watching it with like my Dolphins Santa hat on and my pajamas is pretty cool. But I love being at games. Like nothing fires me up more than being at the Dolphins games. Like I live for it.
Oh yeah, man. I can't wait for the Christmas game. Like nothing fires me up more. It's gonna be fun.
What a
like
present though. Because
yeah,
I think there's only
present.
2 games or 3 games on that day, and we're one of them.
3. It's gonna be like kind of like things. It's gonna be just like a Sunday, but without the rest of the games. It's just gonna be a 1 p.m. kickoff, a 4 p.m. kickoff, and then the Sunday night game. But they're all technically
You know the NBA is livid.
so
Because
mad.
that's their big day, and no one is going to watch the NBA. I cannot wait for those ratings to come out because the NBA is going to get destroyed.
NFL is king. NFL is king.
It's the king. It's the king of the castle. It's the cream of the crop.
It's not even funny. It's kind of scary how the NFL bodies, bro. I mean, like they have laws written about what days
I get
the
it, though.
NFL
It's
can play.
by far the most entertaining sport to watch.
Of course, bro. Like
watching the World Cup is cool because it's the World Cup, but nothing is more annoying than watching 90 minutes of soccer and it's 0-0.
That's valid, bro.
Score. Just somehow make it easier to put the ball in the back of the net. Like no one wants to sit there for 90 minutes and watch people score 0 goals. It is the least entertaining thing of all time.
Dude, that's why I wanted America to dog on Wales just to get, the United States
and
a little
they
bit more
had
into the World
They had
Cup.
it. They freaking had it.
That's what I'm saying. You'd be singing a different tune right now. You'd be like, let's go World Cup, baby. That's like, hey, when we play Iran.
I still love the World Cup.
No,
I'm talking about the game of soccer in general.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. You know sports, though. So you got your stance on it. I respect that.
There's too many ties in soccer. Like there shouldn't be a tie in the World Cup. Like that gets me so aggravated.
Dude, like that's why football's king, though, bro. It just delivers on a different level, man. Like the fact that you can't even play an NFL game on Friday because there's literal laws about it, like saying no NFL on Friday because it would destroy high school football. It was
what?
Yeah. I want to say the 50s, 60s, maybe earlier, but around that era, like very early on, I know that when they were figuring out like the TV deals and everything, there's a law that says high school football's on Fridays. The NFL cannot schedule a game on Friday because then you would damage local communities and local football programs. Less people would go to those games because some people would be trying to watch the NFL games.
That's very true.
And then that would in turn stunt the growth of youth football, which supplies to college and then the NFL. So it's a big cycle that they were just like, we can't play that out, man. So it's pretty cool, but like it's pretty smart, man. Like think about it. Like
that's smart. That's why they get paid the big bucks.
That's what I'm saying. They get paid the big bucks, bro. That's why the NFL is king, bro. Like they projected that far in advance. And honestly,
and Sunday's the best day to have it because no one works Sunday.
Oh, of course. But that's why there's no like Friday night football instead of Thursday night. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
But so Thursday night, and that's why they can do
Friday night
football
sometimes. Would bang. I would much rather have Friday night football.
But that's why Friday Night Lights is so special. It's reserved for the high school, bro. Like,
of course.
Friday Night Lights, it's different.
I love Friday Night Lights. Don't get it. I love that. That was
an NFL game on Friday would be so much fun. But then I would get addicted. I would never go back. I'd be like, you got to give me this every week. Like
every single night.
Tuesday night football, Wednesday night football. That was the only cool thing about when COVID was moving games around. It was like, oh, Tuesday night football. You're like, let's go. Like, you're like one more day of the NFL, man.
Oh. Yeah, it was nice.
Damn.
Oh shit. All right, brother. Well, I gotta run. I gotta head back down south for Thanksgiving. So we're gonna head out of here. I appreciate you. It's been a great time as always. And hop on the smoke show if you want later.
Hey. Smoke, I'll be checking you out, man. I'd love to work with you sometime, man. I'd love to hop on the smoke show.
Yeah, we got to make something happen. We will.
Let's do it, bro. But hey, thanks for tuning in, hopping on, bro. Thanks for keeping me company on this, and drive home safe, man. Enjoy with the family.
Got you. All right, homie.
Be easy, bud. And there we have it right now, guys. I will be going on till 12 o'clock. Give it up for Nicky Smokes, man. It was an absolute pleasure. We were able to rock through a solid hour and a half of good football talk, good football talk, too, with the little soccer vibes and just great Dolphins vibes. We talked a little bit of Texans. We talked a little bit about all how excited we are. And I clearly think this is a Super Bowl contender. At least, like we said, let's win a playoff game. That's still the expectation. Anything else is the cherry on top. It would just show us that we're a year ahead of the schedule, of fun time. Most of the games are on Saturday that weekend. Ooh, baby, that's going to be a fun one. Yeah, we get the spotlight Dolphins lifer. Will Dolphins play at 1? I don't know the other 2 Christmas games because I'm a Dolphins fan. But whatever they may be, I know the other games are going to be on Saturday, and then obviously the Monday and Thursday games as well. Should be a fun time. Soccer, the other football, exactly, Rick Spar. The other football right now, it's Mexico versus Poland. That's a phenomenal game if anyone's in the mood for some early sports action. It is 0-0 right now, but those are 2 high-quality teams. Imagine losing the MVP race to Tua and first place in the AFC East in 1 week. The Bills fans don't know how to handle it. Donald Bentley, you're 1,000% correct, my friend. They don't know. Oh, dang. Such a sad time for the Buffalo Billy boys. Imagine having to live in Buffalo as well and not be a Dolphins fan. I could never. How much you want for them, Smoke? Definitely hit up Mr. Smoked and probably on Twitter, Mr. Phillip. We didn't see this. Sorry about that. He probably would have told you the same thing, though. DM him on Twitter at Nicky Smokes, and you'll get a good time, man. You'll be able to talk around with him, and I'm sure he'll give you a pretty fair price, man. Smokes is a good one. Oops. I just checked the bill schedule, and it's true. It's a pretty easy schedule. Yeah, they do have one of the easiest schedules remaining right now. It does suck. Oh, well. But Friday nights are Friday nights. Youth football is the fire. Hey, man, you don't got to tell me twice. Like, I think my high school would probably be fine. I think it's more for, like, the smaller high schools and whatnot. Like, I went to American Heritage. So, like, I say it all the time, but I had Sony Michelle, Isaiah McKenzie, like, Pat Surtain Jr., like, Ty Campbell, Marco Wilson, like, Tavares McFadden. Like, I had players like Brian Burns. Like, we would still be going probably to Friday night football instead of watching the random Friday night game. You know what I'm saying? But I would see how it could impact youth football. So, hey, it's smart on them to move that around, but we're good to go right now. How are we feeling, Miami Dolphins fans? I did not check the chat as much. Smokes and I were just talking, having a good chat. Always a fun time. Definitely check out the Smoke Show Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays if you guys would like to. We just cracked 4K. That's a fun time indeed. And as the only other Dolphins fan, like my age, actually, he's a 99 kid. I'm a 98 kid. So, it feels always cool. Well, then Bobby and Jay, of course, as well. But you know what I'm saying? Like that, it's nice being not the only older Dolphins fan. Respect to all you older guys, though. You guys have been through it and keep it chopping it up, man. Chapo G, what's up, by the way, boss? I did see your comment earlier. That's about the Packers. That's why I try to steer it to the Packers game. I'm not too worried about it. I think we'll win, despite the Packers starting to get it a little bit better. And it's still Aaron Rodgers. I had that game as a win before we saw how the Dolphins team was and before we saw how cold the Packers team was. And even if they start trying to heat up, they're nowhere near as hot as the Dolphins. We stay on this trajectory, I think we're going to beat the Packers. No question. Not at all. But, I want to know, we're OGs. What are you talking about? Exactly. You're the OGs. That's why I said respect, Mr. Rick Spar. Everyone, most Dolphins fans are older than me, and you got to respect what they've been through, putting in the time and the work to finally get here and reap the benefits and the rewards. And it is why I believe that the Miami Dolphin fan is by far the average Dolphin fan is by far superior to the average Patriots fan. A team that was coddled through softness and through Titletown Boston doesn't know what it means to be losing and irrelevant. Well, their OGs probably do because the Patriots sucked for so long before Brady. But the generation of Patriots fans my age are unbearable and unsufferable because all they know is a bunch of Super Bowls thanks to Tom Brady. And then now they have this unbearable cockiness that will never be stripped away, despite the fact that the Patriots are clearly the bottom team in the AFC East. Clearly, Mac Jones sucks. Bailey Zappi's worse. And it's not a fun time to be a Patriots fan. Yet they'll still always hang their heads high. Whereas the Dolphins fans, we got our punches, went through our roughs and ups, and now we're on the other side, feeling nice and pretty. And like Nicky Smokes and I said, the Dolphins are built for long-term success now and greatness. There we go. We saw perfection. You see, Rick, like you and those folks like you, that's insanity, bro. To be able to know what perfection is like. Shout out the Wilpons, my boy Trevor Wilpon and his dad Todd Wilpon, the absolute legend when he was around my age, got season tickets for the 72 with his dad, and then they passed it on to my buddy, the grandkid of the original season ticket holder. So, hey, there's some OGs out there who've seen some great years for the Dolphins, and they've raised some great Dolphins fans. There's some Dolphins fans like myself who have just come into this Dolphins fandom on our own. But whatever it may fall on, we as Fins fans now together get to reap this awesome Dolphins team, these awesome rewards. And I get it, the season is not done. It is not over. We cannot count our chickens before they hatch, guys. Nor can we pluck the fruit from the tree before it has ripened. But boy, oh boy, I am salivating at the prospect of this team keep growing and improving. The fruit is right on the tree, ready for the picking, guys. Let's get some Super Bowl. But first, let's get a taste. Let's see if the playoff win, how that tastes, and see how that fuels the boys. I'm so excited. Thank you. I appreciate you, Rick. Thank you for that, man. I always like a good compliment to start my day off. So much love, boss. It's been so bad that I'm used to 20 punts a game. So good to see this team developed. Chapo G, how nice does it feel to the fact that you went from seeing 20 punts a game to just Thomas Morstead just snoozing, cruising for a bruising because the Dolphins didn't even punt against the Browns, didn't even use this man. When I saw Thomas Morstead walking around the practice facility during the offseason in his little Jordans, not even taking reps, I was a little irked. At one point, I was like, yo, I get it, bro. You're an all-pro, man, but you got to still take some reps. But we're not going to use him. Like, Thomas Morstead is a phenomenal player, and I love the safety blanket that it has of having a strong puncher who can give you good field position. But sometimes we don't even need that man because we're just going to be that efficient on offense. And you got to love to see that as a Miami Dolphins team. It is a team that has come such a far way. I know Steven usually has people on, guys. I am only going to be on for about 15 minutes. So I'm wondering if I should open up for some little final thoughts. I am going up until 12 o'clock. So, would anybody want to give some final thoughts or not? I'm not sure if I should drop the link or not, because then I feel bad if I'm going to leave people hanging in the back. But I don't want to go on too long. I am only lasting until 12 o'clock. But, They took a pic of Morstead sleeping during the game. It was awesome. Scotty, I agree. I loved that. I was trying to mimic that one. I don't know if it was like this or if, but somehow or another, my guy, Mr. Morstead, was sleeping on the job, and you love to see it. He's probably didn't even put his jersey to wash. He was good to go, clean to rock, man. It is emotional. It still hasn't set in. I'm still dreaming. I haven't even talked cheese to my friends. I get you, man. The only people I've really been chirping is I've got some Patriots buddies in my group chat. Shout out to you, Cam and Broth, if you guys ever listen to this, which you won't because you're freaking little stinky patch fans. But hey, shout out you guys. We're good to go. We're here. We're doing amazing, and it is emotional. I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to talk too much to our own horns. And I know Nicky Smokes and I we were going down the rabbit hole, man. I like to say I have that effect on people. If you know me, I like to give those positive thoughts. If you think Steven is positive, oh boy, I am through the moon positivity, man. So the fact I can get Nicky Smokes on that train, a straight shooter like that, to me, really does highlight how well this Dolphins team has been playing, guys. Allow yourselves to go down the rabbit hole with me. Believe in this team. We are going a far way. Good to go. Dun, 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 dun. Go till one. Man, yeah, I don't got it in me, boss. I didn't eat. I started kicking off at 9:30. Steven is actually a legend, bro. Steven, the Fins tailgate, TD, Dougley, all those guys who do those long streams. I'm still working my way up to that, man. 2.5. Well, technically 9:30 to 12:30 is only 2.5 hours, but even that is still a long time for me, man. I think the longest I've ever gone solo is about 2.5, 3 hours, but it gets a little too hectic for me, guys. I apologize. There is, if you like more Miami sports music content, there is later. We will be doing the Dirty South Fantasy Football Show with Lorenzo the Commissioner and with Eric the Commissioner and Lorenzo Ice-T. It's always a fun time, guys. There's gonna be more talks, more football stuff. Unfortunately, I cannot go until 1, Manny, but I'll compromise. I will allow some final thoughts for these last 13 minutes. You're going to have to do the Spanish recap. Like Nonis. Oh, she's much better at Spanish than I am, I've got some decent Spanish. Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a Miami Sports Music Clock Brokers con Nando Talk aquí para el recap en español. It's okay, it's decent, but subscribe, like, share, and donate. As Chef Shoes always thanks, feels so helpful. Donate for my man Steven. Help us grow. Help the channel grow. Let us keep providing that awesome, great content. I am only, Nonis does great work. I discovered her through this channel. I knew most of the other people previously through my encounters, but I had never heard of Nonis. I never seen her shows. I seen that there were some Spanish-speaking content creators out there, but it was awesome to hear that she was going to do the 45 in English, 15 in Spanish. That's sick. Like, definitely check that out Thursdays at 8 p.m. Nonis nights, guys. I'll do a little, you know what? That'll buy me some a little time. Look at that, guys. We've got a great team, and I was just talking about it, so I'll highlight them. Notice, as Rick Spar was saying, great time. This girl is great. 8 p.m.s. I was highlighting that later today at Tuesday, 8 p.m. We've got the Dirty South Fantasy Football Show. Eric the Commissioner, Lorenzo Ice-T. Notice Thursday nights, 8 p.m. brings a great vibe, great energy. The first 45 are in English. Then you got the 15-minute Spanish recap. So if you want to learn a little Espanol and talk a little bit of that Dolphin football, go on there, man. Let's go. Oh, notice for 2 years? That's sick, Chef Jew. I only just started talking to her, and she's pretty cool too, So there we go, Awesome Fins creators everywhere around. It's flip-floppers. Green rat, not I, never I, my friend. That is the beauty of staying on the positivity train. As always, I may look foolish at times when I talk my rainbows and gumdrops, but when it comes to sticking to my guns, oh, my friend, I always stay true to the positive vibes. Miami Dolphins for life. Bam. Every time I think of Dolphins for life, I think a little Solo D. I didn't want to butcher his song, so I just went with neener, neener, knee instead of actually hitting your bars, bro. But check out Solo if you have never have, the official rapper of the Miami Dolphins. That's actually a hilarious Spanish joke, bro. Flip-floppers, ego chancletos. Haha. That's one of the reasons why I don't do football in Spanish, is because I don't know how to translate all the words to get it correct and apt and running. But that would probably be the translation, bro. Cleveland Browns acknowledging me. Detroit Lions acknowledge me. Pittsburgh Steelers acknowledge me. New England Clam Chowder acknowledge me. Baltimore Ravens acknowledge me. Chicago Bears acknowledge me. Yes, everyone we've beaten, acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. We've won. We won. We're winning. We're doing good, guys. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this little Miami Sports Music edition, Hot Take Tuesdays with me and Nicky Smokes. You may think, why did we only talk about rainbows and gumdrops and go down that rabbit hole and talk about the Super Bowl and then AFC Championship and playoffs and MVPs and offensive players of the years? But it's Hot Take Tuesday, and it's not so hot of a take, I think, anymore to go down that rabbit hole and think those are all in the cards. Super Bowl is obviously a little going too far, but nice little AFC Championship visit is definitely in the cards for this team, and I'm loving it, man. Ooh, baby. What up, Mr. Miami? Good to go. Good to go. Green Rat 100. Fins up. Yes. Bam. Miami Dolphins is legend killer Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Sean Payton, Justin Fields, Bill Belichick, Baltimore Ravens, New England clam chowder. Hey, man, we're taking names left and right, and that's what I'm saying. The Dolphins definitely have a resume of good caliber, good mix of teams and good coaches that we've played along the way, and we've gotten the wins. The losses have come at an opportune times without the quarterback. And, hey, the Jets above 500 team, the Bengals above 500 team, the Ravens. We beat the Ravens. Bengals. Oh, Jets. Bengals, Jets. Oh, Vikings. Beyond 500 team. This Dolphins team is good, guys. This is a team that at 7-3 stands among the best of them. The only fraudulent 7-3 team in the NFL is probably the Giants, and even them, Dabble has been playing phenomenal football with them. It's exactly what you want to see for the Miami Dolphins to be up there with those Titans of the NFL. We're good to rock, guys, at number 1 in the AFC East, man. Damn. Oh, baby. 7 games left. You already had 8 of 10 easy games. Ravens and Bills beat themselves. Dude, we beat the Bills. We beat the Ravens. We've beaten teams, and if the Lord is just, the Lions will beat the Buffalo Bills. So I can absolutely laugh at every single little freaking Bills fan who is sitting here and saying for the last couple of weeks that the Lions suck. It would be nothing but sweet justice for the Detroit Lions to beat them. And I think that's something we can all agree. That's something we can all be thankful for to start our monies. Buffalo trash can only beat its own. Yeah, the Buffalo Billy Boys are not a fun time right now. I feel sorry for our Dolphins fans who must live among that community. It's a shame. A shame, shame, shame. Houston Texans, you're next. Hey, baby. The Houston Texans are next on this list. A 33-10 victory would be beautiful. That's what Nicky and I were saying. That's looking at what the Vegas line has us. If you look at the line and the over, and the over-under, but I don't know. I still like my little call of 42-18. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go Lions. They are hardcore behind Coach Campbell. Yeah, I don't think we could throw that on the YouTube without getting demonetized or a strike or whatever. This isn't Nando Talk. It's not a small channel. This is Miami Sports Podcast Network. Pretty big deal around these parts. So I don't think I could play the video, but if you guys saw that little speech, that pump up speech after the game, they were literally saying, "Hey, 4th win in 4 days. We play Buffalo. It's time. Thanksgiving. Let's go. Let's eat. Let's feast." And Dan Campbell, blue skidoo, we can't do. I wanted to jump through the phone and just rile up and run through a brick wall with all those Detroit Lions. But if they've got that energy riled up, and hey, Smokes and I talked about it, they are not good on Thanksgiving Day. The underdogs usually aren't. But they can get that win. Ooh, it's going to be a fun time. 91% offense playoff odds. Happy times. Daddy Dean. Exactly. Exactamundo. How can I not be overjoyed and through the roof when the Dolphins have a 91% playoff chance? Okay. Wowza. Absolutely wowza. Happy times. That's one of the reasons why that Browns game was such a pivotal game. I saw that if we won, we did jump to something like this high in the 90s, at least high 80s. And then if we lost, we would have dipped down maybe low 50s, something around there. So what a massive swing. And it's beautiful to see that here at the halfway point of the season, we're a 91% playoff percent chances because we are the driver's seat at the 2 seed in the AFC, number ones in the AFC East. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to keep living that up, and it keeps feeling good. Allow yourselves to feel a little bit of joy, Houston Texans, you're getting franchise this Sunday. TFTG at least allows for trash talking. Those guys have class. Those guys are definitely classy, but all Dolphins fans are classy, and I am I know my mods got that back, and I'm making sure we're having a pleasant Dolphins experience. Emphasis on the Dolphins experience. But oh well. Um, all good to go. The Lions are due. Law of averages, I assume. It says mall of averages, but I assume it means the law of averages. I agree. They're bound for a little positive regression. If they haven't, if all they do is lose, they're bound to rebound, get a little bit closer there, and sneak that win by. The defense is still horrendous. Obviously, they do have some pieces on the pass rush, and if their secondary is a little bit healthier, they can make some noise. But for the most part, they're going to rely on that offense. Jamal Williams paces the NFL in rushing touchdowns. DeAndre Swift is so talented, but for some reason he's stuck at second fiddle in that running game attack. And they even started running, I think his name is Blackshear. They have a third runner. No, Blackshear's on the Panthers, I think. There's a third runner on the Lions who's starting to get a little bit more work as well, and it's very frustrating. But for all intents and purposes, they've got a strong rushing offense. Jared Goff is he's Jared Goff, but he can make it work when he's got the weapons. And if Amon-Ra St. Brown has a big game, amen. On the backs of that running attack, who knows if they can run all over the Buffalo Billy Boys to get a win? That'd be a massive way for us Dolphins and a great start to our Thanksgivings. Boom, boom, boom. LOL, Tampon boy thinks he has glass. That's hysterical. I mean, yeah, man, you got to like Tuna needs tampons. It's not exactly the classiest of names, man. So, oops. See, because there's clever smack talking, with good puns and good plays on words, and then there's just low hanging fruit, and that's what determines what good comedy is and what just OL is. Just like your description of calling them the word you're using to call my mods in the channel is whatever. Like, I'm not going to repeat it on air because it's just not a word you throw around, man. I don't know. I've got a different perspective on it. Most of my friends are Jewish. I grew up in Aventura. It's one of the highest Jewish percentage communities in the nation. It's actually the only city in America without a church, at least in Florida. So you can't just call people channel Nazis, bro. It's just not like, okay, like that's a very specific word to use, man. And I'm just not gonna highlight your comments, man. Sorry, brother. Colin LaRoche, I will highlight your comment, man. Great show, Nando. Love the vibes. You always bring the energy. I try, man. I'm not always the biggest morning person, but considering I started my morning at 5 a.m. today, hey, it was a vibe. So, hey, it was a pleasure as always for everyone. And that actually brings us up to the hour for 12 o'clock. But you know me, I give the longest outros of all time. So we're good right now. Thank you for appreciating the vibes and the energy, guys. I greatly appreciate always the support, guys. It's not always. I did not think I was gonna do too hot, let's say, going solo dolo, but I appreciate the fact that you guys were supporting. Oh my god, that's so scary. My sound just started playing a different thing. But I appreciate you guys for handling and bearing with me. I know you guys come in the mornings for Stephen D and the energy he brings, spread kindness, positivity. And I just did my best to try to match that up. Stephen, been doing this for years, and you guys are awesome, loyal fans for sticking around. While it was not him up here, I tried to deliver for his sake, guys. So I appreciate you guys for bearing and tuning in with me, guys. I hope you guys had some fun with me and Smokes. Hope you guys had fun with me and my rainbows and gumdrop talk, guys. Someone insulted me that once, and I've actually fallen in love with me describing that as my rosy personality and my rose-colored sun shades for the Dolphins. It's always a fun one. Detroit just beat the Giants. And on that note, guys, by the way, as I give my closing thoughts, if you would like to give a little subscribe to Nando, that's always greatly appreciated. I just got to 462 subscribers. We're growing almost to 500, so that'd be awesome. Check me out there as well. I'm gonna finish highlighting these comments though. Mr. Kevin Lee, Detroit just beat the Giants. I see Detroit beating Buffalo if they hit 30 again. Exactly. That has been the MO of the Detroit Lions. As long as their offense is clicking, whether it's the rushing attack, whether it's those pieces in wide receiver. As long as someone is out there and scoring, because that defense is not going to do them any favors. If they can put up the points, they can win the game. They've got the grittiness to do that at least, So hopefully they can squeeze one by the Buffalo Bills. Can't wait for the little X next to our name saying clinched playoff rabbit hole. Who cares? Exactly, Chapo G. Who cares, baby? Go down that rabbit hole. Have a fun time in Wonderland with me and Alice, man. We'll be there. We'll see you at the tea party, my friend, and we'll have a good one. Keep eating the cakes, keep eating everything, bro, because the Dolphins are going to be sitting at that playoff table soon enough and having a fun party. So, hey, let's go down that rabbit hole. Clinched playoff coming soon. I'd love to see it. Bills are 23rd for converting in red zone. Cleveland win with 6. Yeah, man, like if Cleveland had just played a bit of a cleaner, more efficient game, they would have won. It's crazy that the Bills seem to be struggling not only on defense, but in that red zone efficiency. That's kind of wild, man. The little Z. Ooh, clinch division. I love that. Bills fans are miserable. They just got 70 plus inches of snow. Their team is behind in Miami Dolphins in the standings. Yeah, Donald Bentley. At least if you're a Buffalo fan, like my legend Adam E., who if you live in Buffalo and you're a Dolphins fan, at least you've got to that. I'm a Dolphins fan. The misery in Buffalo it's a little bit more bearable. But if you're a Bills fan right now and you just got all that snow and your team is sucking like that, oh, it must be a tough time. Would not want to be you. At least the New Jersey Jets most of those fans live in New York City, so hey, they got some fun. At least Boston's cool. Buffalo might be one of the worst cities in America, man. Sorry, Mr. Tuna Buffalo Billy Boy. Great show, Daddy Dean. I appreciate you, boss. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. It's always a compliment's nice. And Rick, of course, man, it's definitely a lame comment, bro. Like, it's on par with all the other slurs and the racial things that go on, man. Like, again, my best friend, and shout out you. This one's a real shout out. Aaron Ben Shalom. If you ever watch this, brother, you heard that right, guys. Aaron Ben Shalom. That's my best friend, and you're a legend, brother. So, hey, I'm never going to let that little comment fly, stuff like that, Rick. So I appreciate for that support, man. Definitely back for the next Nando show. Of course, man, Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. here on Miami Sports Podcast Network. And then Friday, you guys can see me on the lunchtime rewind, giving you guys good vibes, 2 to 3 p.m. Tell me what you're eating for lunch. Tune in for some recap of the sports of the week, of the Dolphins news, of the World Cup, the Miami Heat, and then a preview of the sports heading on that weekend. Peace, everyone. Have a blessed day and good evening. Peace, Soul Train. Yes, have a good one, boss. Thanks for tuning in. Chapo G, peace, legend. I would be embarrassed if Miami complained about the weather as much as others. Oh, I agree, man. Like, we get hit by hurricanes and we sit here like champs, brother. Buffalo's afraid of a little snow. Makes no sense to me, huh? In all honesty, though, I hope everyone affected by weather conditions is always safe. But no, I want to see the Y, clinch division, not an X. Yeah, I just want to see letters next to our name. I don't want to see eliminated. I want to see some letters, bro. I want to see some clinched playoffs, baby. Clinch division, clinch conference, clinch the playoff spot, whatever it may be, man. Pray for Bill fans are safe through the heavy snow. Exactly, man. I pray that we're all safe through storms. There's a lot of heavy rain down in South Florida right now. So if you're in a flood warning area, be careful. Pray for the people in Buffalo trapped and hit through that snow. Loss of power is no laughing matter. And yeah, guys, we hope all football fans are safe. When we talk football, we gotta. I always gotta remember, keep the banter strictly to football. I don't want to talk about how ugly Bills fans are. I got to talk about how bad the Bills team is. For example. But we pray that they're all safe. See you next week when you're in third place. See you this week when you're in third place, Billy boys. And with that, sleep at the facility. We're good to rock right now. Everyone, I would like to thank you again for dealing with me and bearing with me through this edition of Hot Take Tuesday with me and Nicky Smokes co-hosting, and then me holding it down. Stephen D, I hope you're doing good, boss. If you are listening, we're all thinking of you, boss man. I hope you're doing well. And I hope you guys all enjoyed the show. So we're good to go. Thank you all for tuning in. And it's a good vibe, a good little Tuesday of sports. Tune into some World Cup action right now. Mexico versus Poland is still, let me give you guys a little score update before we go. It's the 49th minute, still 0-0. Oof, it's a good game though, guys. World-class players like Lewandowski on that side for Poland. You got to watch it. And then France versus Australia at 2 should be a good one as well. Hopefully see if France is a real competitor. And I know we got some Australia fans. Maybe I think Duke's from Australia. Australia eliminated Peru in the World Cup to get to the World Cup. So I hope France beats them 20-0 today. And with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in. Tampon Boy's last comment, as classless as you can get, Wow. Oof. Yeah, this is beyond classless. Wow. That's beyond classless. So honestly, this is not Stephen D. So a big fuck you, buddy. And with that, we end the show. Fuck the Buffalo Bills. Fuck the Jets. Fuck the Patriots. Let's go, Miami Dolphins. King of the Castles. Sorry for the curse words, everyone, but we're good to rock. Everyone stay safe. Hope you guys keep enjoying. And yes, everyone have an awesome and happy Thanksgiving with your loved ones. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the vibes. Enjoy the food, however you may be. I am thankful for the Miami Dolphins, and I am thankful you all tuned in with me as well. It's always a fun time here on the Miami Sports Podcast Network. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, share this video, donate to the channel, but definitely subscribe. We're almost at 10K subscribers, and Nando Talk is almost to 500, so definitely help there as well. But exactly, everyone have a happy Thanksgiving. Amen. Happy Thanksgiving. F them picks, and we're good to ride. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And it's been a pleasure, as always, as I continue to talk and pull up this video. Peace out, everyone. Have a good Thanksgiving. Rick's Bar, you're a beast, and I appreciate that, man. Thank you, bro. Hopefully, I'll keep polishing the skills, and I just had to drop back in for that one. Always the dreams will keep being chased, and I thank you. We'll keep grinding, and thank you, everyone, for tuning in. See you all on Friday. I might be changing the Friday time. I'm talking with Steven because the USA-England game is at 2 o'clock, so there's no way I'm missing that game, but we'll see. I'll move around the lunchtime rewind. Thank you all, and Rick, you're a legend. Bada bing, bada bam. Thanks for tuning in.